Damn, he teased us. He baited me.
Oh God, this is.
All right. Well, while that's happening, well, put the Burger King.
Oh, this is going lovely. This is just a fire start.
Oh boy! All right. Okay, I see the live stream now. You gotta give me a warning, man.
You're Roach.
Yeah.
I think he's ignoring you out of intentional malicious.
Yeah. I mean, man, I thought we were friends. You just ignore me.
Why should we?
What?
Why should we respect oaths? Why should we?
Let me try.
I don't know if Oates is just completely muted.
Can you not hear him?
No.
Wow.
He's muted in the call. He's muted
right. Oates,
in the live stream.
Could you leave and rejoin? I'll carry on for a moment while you do so.
You can fucking hear him?
Yes.
What the fuck is going on?
Wait, stop. Oates, say something. Roach, tell me if you hear it. Roach, did you hear that?
No.
Shit.
Oh God.
Are you guys fucking with me?
No, I am not fucking with you, man.
He's muted he's just muted.
I don't know what's going on.
This live stream's going well.
This is exactly what I expect from this interview.
Damn.
He's muted in the stream as well. Yeah, he's got the chat going. He's muted in the stream as well. You guys are fucking with me.
No. It's check your audio input. Like I have no clue what your computer's trying to pick up on and why I can hear you and he can't and nobody else can.
Why can only you guys hear him out of the entire stream?
Extreme Tulpa generation achieved at focus level 12 by transcendental meditation. You have to tap into the astral plane in order to access the Goose dialogue.
Man, that's some powerful stuff.
There we go. Stream should be hearing me now. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Roach, are you hearing him?
No.
Damn.
Roach, the stream should have me now.
Like I see his mic going off on the stream.
Do you have my volume?
I'm just not hearing anything.
Roach, if you are pranking me, I'm going to sit in the shower
No,
in the fetal position,
ass.
and I'm going to flush the toilet the entire time I'm in the shower so it burns me while I cry.
So the thing is,
I hear him in the stream. I hear him in the stream. I just don't hear him in Discord.
That's. Go ahead, both of you leave and rejoin right quick.
Oh, okay, wait. Okay, talk again.
Yeah, I think I know what's going on.
Okay, I can hear you now.
I think I did something silly a long time ago and it never got rectified.
It never got rectified. You were still fucking muted.
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
I did something very silly and characteristic of myself, and he turned my volume all the way off.
I'm pretty sure you just said some really out of pocket shit. I muted you.
We're in no mood.
It was.
All right, so the stream's live now. Oh, I'm glad the stream just went live. Hey guys.
Okay, the live stream is fucking on.
Oh my God! What the fuck is going on?
Can we do a take two? Turn the stream off. Turn it back on.
No, it's going. It's too late. This is the Roach interview. Everybody will know you for this. Whenever Mimi is brought up, they'll be like, "Yeah, what can I say? I expected that. Did you see the Pondside chat quality?" And this will forever be the cudgel on which you're broken.
Man, then Oates shouldn't have said some out of pocket shit all of those months ago.
So anyway,
Maybe you should have kept your mouth shut.
Roach, would you like to introduce yourself? Would you like to tell us
Would you
about
like
who
to
you are and what
tell
you
us who
do?
you are? Yeah.
Yes, okay. Hi, my name is Roach King. I am the developer of Hold On To Me, and I am very autistic as shit, and I'm the #1 Concord fan.
You didn't have to add that
Oh,
last part.
you have my
That last
condolences.
part's
No,
on that.
important.
I had to. I had
So
to.
Conker is in the squirrel. Rareware's old mascot.
Yes, you could say that.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Glad we cleared that one up so that no image is destroyed.
So let's open up with a traditional question. How did you get into the, as some would call it, the snoot community? Roach.
So, where it first started was I simply
You simp?
found a
Sorry. Continue.
uh simply it just started off with me finding a trailer for I Want to Hug the Gator. After playing that demo, it sent me to a rabbit hole that is the whole Snoot community, and fell in love with the game, fell in love with Wani and Snoot, and here I am.
You see, it
And
came
what about that?
across-
What about that trailer? Like, what about it grabbed you so much? I guess.
For I Want to Hug That Gator, I mean, it looked very, very different from like all the other visual novels that I've known but never played because they never spark an interest in me. Like just the concept of one human in a school full of anthropomorphic, just another an entirely different species is just something intriguing to me.
It's it brings up the fish out of water storyline, which, I mean, yeah, that's what it is.
It's a lot more intriguing than like any other of the visual novels I've known, like Doki Doki Literature Club, which is like ooh spooky, or like
Probably
Class of Class of '09, which edgy teenagers. This is something that like it looks. It's just something that's new in the visual novel department, I guess.
So here's a question then. What made you decide to go, hey, I want to make something like that too?
I mean, it's like an amalgamation of things. For one, I've always like I'm an artist. I wanted to make various different things. I wanted to make a comic. I wanted to make games at one point, but I didn't think I was that good at it. But after like making Nua, because at first I didn't know how to draw dinosaurs, and then making Madison after like attention picked up on that, I just decided, hey, I'll just research into how to make visual novels and then go from there.
Yeah, you're going 0 to hero with that, aren't you? Yeah, you started with no knowledge of it, and you're making something that's, I think, impressive, really.
Absolutely no knowledge. I just like I played through I want to hog the gator. I made like a very quick uh joke video, posted that on Reddit, and then that got attention, and it just kind of spiraled from there.
It's always crazy to see what works of ours actually get attention. It's never the things that we intend to blow up immediately, or at least generally not. Some people
Nor
are
the
able
aspects
to
we
play
focused on.
the algorithm.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I never thought of myself as someone who would make a visual novel. I mean, I know it's still not done yet, but like just working on it is like I would never see myself do something like this. But yeah, yeah, here I am.
So, what's been the best part of the experience for you so far?
The best part of the experience, it's just having to have the ability to make characters and tell a story and be able to share it with people that have a genuine interest. Like the stuff I've created before this point, like anything that wasn't like ass and titties, never got any likes or any attention.
We're bringing up the ass and titties art.
I mean, that's just the way of the internet. It's very rare that anything wholesome in nature gets the attention that it deserves, I think.
It doesn't, especially if you're like a nobody artist. Like the only way I would even get any commissions was if I put NSFW on my commission sheet, and that apparently makes me an NSFW artist.
Just
Hey, it makes money. Why not?
I mean, it makes money, but like,
does it make him
not
happy?
something. It doesn't.
Well, let's talk about that for a moment if you want to. If you're open to it.
I mean, yeah, sure.
So you put in NSFW in your, art capabilities or requests. How did that change how people engaged with you or viewed you? And like what I mean by that, are people shy about asking NSFW artists for not safe for work content, or do they just kind of barge in and go, "This is what I want," and shove porn in your face?
So the thing about Gooners is that they will literally ask for anything, even though you don't draw it.
Mm-hmm.
I have gotten like regular requests from regular customers. I've got unsavory people just coming in and requesting shit that like I literally just cannot draw.
Cannot or will not?
Both.
Got you.
And it's just super frustrating, Like I've had a good amount of comics, like comic book ideas, just like not going anywhere because they didn't like attract any attention. But anytime I make like a small NSFW comic, I would get like tops 40 likes. That's like the most I would get.
Mm-hmm. Did this change your perception of NSFW content in general?
I mean, it just kind of, I guess you could say it dulled my senses. Like, just opening up Twitter or Instagram and just seeing, that kind of shit. Even though it's a platform that shouldn't have that.
Yeah.
It's just like, there's a granny with her titties out. Cool, whatever.
Porn is a machine that has no soul, I've seen.
It doesn't have any soul to it.
It's there to make money from people who are in vulnerable times, I feel like.
Now, feel free to cut me off here if I'm asking questions that are just 1, too off the path, 2, too uncomfortable, 3, implement things you don't, or infer things you don't want me to. But that being said, that sexualized aspect of character design, is that something that you conscientiously avoid in your non-sexual character designs? Like, how did that change the way you lay out or clothe or present a character for a non-sexual product, if at all?
The thing is, like, when I'm making characters, I'm always basing them off of my own interests. Like, I still like girls. Don't get me wrong. Like, big ass, big titties, good shit. I'm just saying that, like, drawing them in a degenerate sense kind of dulled my senses. But like, when it comes to actually drawing women in a non-sexual manner, like, it's still there, definitely. But like I do put what I find attractive in women in some of my female characters.
I find that there's more than one type of attraction, though, of things that you can be attracted to, not just in a sexual sense. Which I feel like I catch a lot of that. You're doing things that you're not necessarily having those thoughts about, but you are attracted to that as a concept. Like
Yes.
somebody has like a motherly vibe. That doesn't mean that you're into older women. That just means that you hang around with people who have sage advice.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like goon over it. I'm just like I'm like
be a good friend.
I'm like touching the tips of my fingers and like wiggling my toes whenever I'm like it's like that kind of thing.
I don't so much.
I wiggle my hands when I do that. I do it all the time. My toes and my feet like circle in do little circles like, rapidly. I had to clear out more room under my desk so I could spin my feet in circles faster and larger circles.
Like there was a point where where I used to call myself the joke head of actually I would just call myself joke head. Like I like big girls and big girls, but after he posted that fucking comic, I'm like, I'm not gonna call myself joke head.
A lot of that makes more sense when you find out that he's Thai.
Stop doing this.
What?
Huh?
So anyway, any overt character design choices you'd like to share along the lines of what you like or what you like to see in women, or is this just getting too off topic or too personal?
I think I was gonna ask about what's the first thing you do when you're thinking up a new character for anything. Like what advice you'd have for people who are starting to make their own things.
So, if I were to give advice to someone like that, I would just say, like the tried and true, do your own research and do your own practice, because like not everyone's workflow will work for you, right? Like you know the creator of One Piece, he draws all the women in like an hourglass shape first, while like other artists draw the two beans. That method, they use the Lumos method. I don't use any of that. I go by my own method that is an amalgamation of a few different things, and it's not aimed to be hyper realistic. Like proportions are not my forte. Like I understand if I want to become a better artist, I do need to use like more professional methods, but no, it's just my own style that I stick by. But for anybody that wants to get into drawing art, you don't have to necessarily learn the high-end stuff. You can always just draw the way you draw and be okay with that. And then just get better. And then just get better from there. You need a starting point, and then learn new methods as you go on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to sound crass, but like you can make drawing off model, quote unquote, look good, where like their arms and legs, their limbs don't stay the same length necessarily, as long as it continues to look good.
Exactly, like
if you're looking at older Disney characters, there was a model for the head, but it was basically draw 3 circles in a triangle, and the rest squish and squash so that it looks good.
Yeah, I mean, like you have, even if you're not going into like anime or animation or for game design, I mean, artists who just make art to post up in museums, they make such wildly abstract art pieces, and they still find value in that, you know.
There's value in every style of art. Like my favorite painter, for example, is James Ensor.
Mm-hmm.
He was a painter of the absurd macabre, I call it. I don't know if that's exactly the description they give him on the Wikipedia page, but he makes just these ludicrous paintings with skulls everywhere. And they're not like dark and like deep, quote unquote. They're very bright and colorful.
Right.
In the way that people say you should celebrate the life during a funeral and not mourn the death.
I mean, yeah, that's the whole message. There's always like there's a message behind a painting, or just you just want to have fun with painting, and that's okay as long as someone is having fun with it. That should be what matters. Like, even though I make jokes about it in the past myself, I find it very disingenuous when people like make fun of certain artists for changing up their art style. Like it's okay, and it's okay to change up your art style to be something more simple or cute.
There's nothing wrong with it.
It's not. There's nothing wrong. Like people will say it's a downgrade. Exactly, and you're having fun with it. You want to make some. Like I remember, this one artist that had a ton of bullshit thrown their way that they had to leave the internet. I mean, it was justified. They needed to have a break from the internet, but I remember they had one art piece of like a super detailed character they drew up, and I don't think they wanted it to be a character. It was just kind of a cool art piece, and then a few months later, they redrew that same character just in their own actual style, and people are just saying, "Oh, this is a downgrade." The only point where I would say would just be, okay, you're genuinely not putting effort into your work, therefore it is bad, is just when you're doing it for a profit. Like, just strictly for a profit.
So like the modern art boom in the 50s and 60s.
Well, not just that, like, I'm gonna segue into like NFT bros. Like, even today, I see artists that like do not have the motivation to draw anymore, just moving towards AI art just so that they can pump out artwork faster and therefore get more views and money.
So when is
which is definitely sad.
Mimi AI character creation coming into play? You're going to use AI to speed up the development cycle of Mimi, right?
I know this is being streamed on YouTube. Therefore, I'm not going to say the most vile things I'm going to say to you right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think you should just check your fucking DMs, bitch. But no,
art is one of those
there's
things
never.
where it needs to take as long as it takes, I think.
It needs it needs heart and soul.
Yeah.
Especially in a format like a visual novel where drawn art is the 90% of it. I like to think 90% of the appeal to a visual novel. I mean, story is important too, yeah, but
yeah,
if you're not having a very appealing visual novel, it may as well be a book.
And even then, if you're using AI for the fucking writing, you should just not be writing anything at all. Just find something you're not doing anything.
You're just like, give me a heartfelt story about dinosaurs in high school, finding love. 10,000 words, please.
Fucking stupid.
You see, I have a superior method to that, and that's asking Smooth Rock to write for me.
Real.
Yep. That too.
I think we can all agree that that's the superior method, because he gets money, so he's happy, and I get the weird anti-smut fic I want, which is also cool.
Exactly. I get to write something that is fun, but I also get to take my wife on a dinner date because of the money. So yeah, it works.
It does work.
It's great.
It's just, yeah, it's just it's one way to work it. But like, thing is about AI is just AI takes several things from like several different databases and makes the most generic as shit imaginable.
It steals from the open internet.
And not only that, it's like it steals from the most popular stuff. So it's like, okay, I've seen this before.
It looks the same.
Like I know it's AI, so it tries to make it its own. But I've seen this before a million times over.
You'll see like these fucking AI dumps, and it's.
I don't know why
They shouldn't be allowed. They should not be allowed.
they shouldn't.
That's not art. That's not art made by a person. The purpose of AI is to help you conceptualize so you can do it yourself, right? All right, these are some ideas for interesting poses, and that's as far as I'll say AI has merit.
I'm actually going to the bureaus, see if they're still up there.
There are so many posts by Deadass Spider that it's just creating more Deadass Spider works. I'm not even joking.
Honestly, I don't really care that much about Deadass Spider.
No, I don't like him. I'm seeing his style pop up on the AI stuff.
Oh,
Right.
AI is taking his.
Yeah, because he has thousands of works. So it's using him as a guide, basically.
Oh yeah, here's all the AI shit. I don't know why they keep these in. It's just like, okay, first of all, these do not look like any of the characters. Maybe vaguely because of the color, but looks nothing like them.
It's mostly porn. It's mostly porn.
It's mostly because this fucking community is all gooners.
We all know it.
They're all
It
fucking
would
gooners.
almost be nice to have the AI tools just dedicated for the gooners, so they can have their isolationist gooner colony away from everybody else, like a little bone that we throw them so they leave.
The Gooners make more AIs. The AIs become the Gooners.
I don't know.
It's a cyclical cycle.
See, in 100 years from now, the gooners will have the peak of AI singularity, and they'll overtake all of us because while we were doing stupid things like trying to contribute to the human condition, they were developing better and better AIs to generate pornography.
Eventually, the AI will become sentient, and it'll just become like cutesy anime girls going ooh woo.
Stop.
The porn
Stop.
industry
Kill my-
is Blender, basically.
Oh god, Blender and the source filmmaker.
Blender,
Yeah.
Source Filmmaker was revolutionized because people were just a little bit too horny from the BioShock Infinite trailers.
That's an amazing true fact, I think.
The amount of tech bros that had a sexual awakening. Very
I mean,
concerning.
in real life, whorehouses developed industry around towns.
I mean,
Look
no,
at fucking
Yeah,
Dallas and NOLA.
it summoned workers in, and
So-
to this day,
something-
construction workers still drive the economy with prostitutes.
Something about Elizabeth's character design has some sort of weird golden ratio to people with an animation fixation. This needs to be studied. This information
Even though I'm
needs to
pretty
be
sure
documented and
she's like
locked
15,
away.
So it's kind of
Ugh.
weird.
All right,
Well,
let's
To
pivot
make
now.
it better, go to Overwatch then.
No,
Yeah, that was another
Okay,
revolution in
fuck.
Blender. I'm not touching it besides that.
so anyway, about Mimi.
Yeah, about me.
Yeah,
That's the topic in hand. Yes.
and I will say this just real quick. Say what you want about like Deadass Spider. He makes really awesome work.
He does like very good stuff. It's,
He's capable.
I know he's not looked upon by this new community favorably, but personally, I haven't like experienced any like ill intent from him. Therefore, I don't have that much to say about him as a person. I was just saying like his art is good.
I think I can,
Like I've
sorry, this is
Some
your idea.
pieces
Please
you
go
can
on.
see are better than others for his case, and some of them he just slops out. I think. Like if you look at overall, there's like every now and then you see like some really good stuff. He's a very capable artist, I will say. He does
He
always
is.
put forward his best effort. I think that's fair to say.
No, Deadass Spider knows how to make good art that actually draws the eye. That's the big thing.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen an art piece where he just slops out. I mean, some of it's definitely like
Gooner territory.
Gooner territory, but for the most part, yeah, he's just like a big fan of the Parasaur family, I guess.
I mean, I am too. I can't blame him.
Like he fucking loves those bitches.
I mean, he also like does collaborate with other artists quite often as well, which is, I mean, that's typically a good sign as well. Like being able to work
Honestly,
with other collaborators.
honestly,
Yeah.
if he's willing to collaborate with me, I would not oppose to it.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe it'll happen
knows?
someday soon.
You hear that? Official request from Roach. He's trying to ask passively, but Deadass Spider, if you're out there, Roach is putting the
Get
offer
your
on the
juice.
table. He's on his knees begging right now. You don't see him.
I mean, hell, I saw Deadass Spider do some fiction for another game called Fossil Fuel. It was actually really nice, really nicely done. So,
Fossil fuel.
yeah.
I'll have to take a look at that.
So, speaking of character designs, one, how do I phrase this? One I feel like I should address or point out because I've seen it brought up by other people. Is the character design for Tiffany as a Tyrannosaur. So, like, we have
Yeah.
Mo in Snoot Game, and I don't think there's people out there that explicitly hate her character design, but I do see this brought up that people don't. I guess they have a lore issue with her being drawn more humanoid as opposed to massive head and tiny arms.
Yeah, that's just more of my own design choice. Like
I
for
believe that-
Tiffany,
So
for
go ahead.
for Tiffany and Leon and Chiro, Diego, they all play a massive role in the game. Therefore, I don't want her to have like such a comedic design, if that makes sense. Like Mo's supposed to be comedic.
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany, not so much. So, like, like the only way I can make her less comedic is just to give her longer arms.
I mean, there's also like a medication that was a thing when Mo would have been a kid that caused humans to have really short, stubby arms. I forget exactly what it's like.
The hell is going on?
Trichectomy or something. It caused a condition that like shortened the arms of children.
You're implying that Mo is a thalamide baby?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not going to touch that.
That's a fucking lore thing. That's
maybe it would make sense. It would explain the short arms.
All right.
I mean, the thing is that I tell everybody is that you're a human going to a fucking a high school full of dinosaurs. There can be room for disbelief, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like people are sometimes being way too picky about some of the design sources I made. It's like, dude, there's walking dinosaurs in the fucking school trying to get an education.
So now that you touch that topic, what other design choices are you surprised that people are picky about?
So, I mean, there's this one fucker that came into my Discord. He's banned now, so I'm not going to talk much about that. But another thing about Tiffany is, you know, the whole controversy surrounding her. Even though it's like all early designs that I definitely could have portrayed more better. Originally, Tiffany was supposed to be kind of chubby, right?
Yeah.
But the way that the internet portrayed it is like, oh, she has a fridge body. She also has a massive jawline, despite being a T-Rex that bites down on everything. She has to be a man. She should have a slim body with big tits. And a feminine whatever. It's like...
Have these people never been to Texas and seen who lives there?
They've never been to the U.S. at all.
Never been to a gym where you see
bodies are a reasonable thing. And I'm not saying fat. That's not the...
He's saying
people
fat.
just have like white bone structure.
She just has a fridge body, and she happens to be a T-Rex. Like,
yeah.
Of course they're going to be more muscular, more powerful, and she tries to be more feminine. So those ideas clash. But definitely, I should have.
Up to a certain point, you will become more square-shaped.
Exactly.
That's how it is.
But I probably should have conveyed it a little bit better. Maybe I could have drawn certain proportions a little better. And that's why I'm making like a new batch of sprites.
Mm-hmm.
I like the square designs, frankly. That's my opinion, of course. But I liked the more square designs. I like angular proportions in art.
Yeah, but people don't see angular as it's a female. No,
I would say that
they
angular
cause
is more
everything.
feminine than masculine.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, pivoting towards this, how do you anticipate people will react when you redo the sprites? Because I'm going to go ahead and ask the blunter. Um, I don't want to say evil questions or malicious questions, but do you feel that when you make the new sprites, people will be satisfied by this? That'll satiate sort of the complaints, or that people will double down on the initial criticisms, or use this as sort of proof of the validity of their initial criticisms?
Definitely anticipate there's still being like people that probably don't find the new designs to be favorable. I mean, either by genuine criticism or just stirring the pot because they love stirring the pot.
Who doesn't?
I mean, a soup needs constant motion, but overstirring is bad too.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still in some like I still try to improve things, even though they're not going to be like 100% improvements.
Yeah.
Mm.
I see where you're coming from with that.
Yeah. Again, there's always going to be genuine criticism that says, "Oh, the proportions are still off," or like, "Oh, this doesn't make sense for this character." There's always going to be that.
Yeah, I suppose a really hard part of this is figuring out which criticisms come from a genuine place of care and which just want you to abandon your design philosophy that you have. I've seen it happen to other people who are artists,
But
like
and it's like it's like it comes, yeah, and it comes to a point is like of like I can only do so much before it starts looking completely different from my own.
Yeah.
Until it looks like Schlock novel number 68, you know?
Exactly.
So I could sit here and pursue this this line of questioning, but Smooth Rock has been sitting here oh so quietly and oh so patiently, and I wanted to know if he had any questions about anything that was either on this topic or off of this topic.
Well, a little bit of A and B. So, one thing I've done whenever I've been writing my fics is I find it easier to write some characters more than others, and I feel like that's everyone's shtick. So I'm kind of curious. Whenever you're coming up with these games, these character moments and whatnot, who do you think flows better in your head? Like, who makes things easier to write scenes around, and who makes it harder?
When it comes to the writing process, I do have a team that I try to mash heads with, like what can work and what not to. To me, like, but when it's speaking in my point of view, because I'm the head honcho of this. I mean,
Yep.
I guess the one character that flows in my head better would be Madison, because it's the one character that I've been working all around. Madison and Nua, definitely. And for the case of who I can't work as well with is definitely Diego.
Really? Because Diego
that's
seems.
discriminatory.
I think Diego seems kind of like he's right there at the very beginning. He seems like a positive influence. I'm actually kind of surprised he's the most challenging character for you to kind of get a head around, actually.
Well, the thing is about how the game is currently, the whole point of the story I want to tell is people always have their own flaws, no matter how well-rounded they seem on the surface. And there's always more to a person. Like, for example, Nua, he's a what's the word I'm looking for? Like, just bluntly, he's a shithead. Like, he's been transferred from school to school, and he's seen by everyone except for a select few as like, oh, that kid who probably is going to show up to school or probably is going to
Beat the fuck out
kill
of him.
someone. Yeah, he's going to fuck up somebody if you look at him wrong. When that's not the case, he's just a very sensitive
Reactionary.
person. Yeah, he's very reactionary, and that's like the whole thing with the counseling session. Spoilers for the game. I mean, it's the chapter 1 beta that I'm talking about.
Dude,
But, like,
don't spoil that, bro. It's only been out
3 months.
a couple of months. It's not even that fucking long. But
It's not even been out a year, dog. Fuck! I was gonna play it. I did play that. It was great. I enjoyed it.
But yeah, it's like that's why I wanted to convey for Nua, and the definite weakness that I have with the game is like not telling too much about Madison. And there was a reason for that. I wanted to open up to a lot more dialogue in the future between Madison and Nua, but it definitely like fell flat because nobody attached to Madison more than they did to Tiffany or Diego.
I feel like there was a very similar situation for Wani and Snoot, and then those characters that people originally attached to in the demo or whatever didn't really have a huge part after the demo.
Yeah.
So
that's
time to build the relationship that you want people to have with Madison. I think you have plenty of time. Like how long is Snoot game in Wani? Like Snoot game is like 7 hours, right?
Yeah, around that. But still, like, it's important for you to develop a hook for the main interest of that game, right?
True.
The thing is for Wani, the immediate hook was just
nearly getting run over.
No, the immediate hook was Olivia's whole shelled personality. She's enclosed herself from everybody despite having friends around, you know? Like those two friends that hang out with her despite being so shut in.
Mm-hmm.
And Inko is intrigued by that, so it's like that's the hook, is just figuring out why Olivia's the way that she is.
You don't have a huge amount of interaction with Olivia, really, until the second chapter still, though, I think.
You don't.
Major. And same thing with Fang. You see her at the beginning, like, there's a sting of her at the beginning, and then at the end you see her at the end of the first chapter. I think that's the actual end of the chapter for the concert, if you're looking at Fang. So what you're doing is fine. I like what you're doing, actually. It does build up the intrigue towards Madison, I think.
But the thing is about Wani is that it works. I mean, for both Fang and Olivia, they're both pretty aggressive and like just shut off from the rest of the world. You're intrigued by it. Well, you as a player, hopefully, that's the whole point. You're intrigued of finding out what's going on in their life. For Hold On to Me, it doesn't work as well because the way I'm making the game is that it's a flip flop of Wani, where New is the shut-in, Madison's the positive light that opens up. So with the new update, I'm trying to fix that so that you can get a better hook of Madison, and not only that, just opening up like, oh, is there going to be potential conflict in the future?
I see where you're coming from with that, and I do like your train of thought here. What really intrigued me about Snoot and Wani was the world of it, and I'd say that the area around that you've created intrigues me in much the same way that Volcano High and St. Hamon intrigued me at that time. The physical space draws me in more than the characters, because it's important to see how the characters interact with the world to me. And I know that sounds strange for a visual novel, but that's one of the key things I look at, and I think you're doing a great job with that. Making things for the dinosaurs so that they can be actual dinosaurs.
I mean, yeah, the whole world building around that is intriguing to me too, because like humans and dinosaurs coexisting, like how can you make like what the fuck started that? How are you making this work, right? That's something that's also intriguing to me. So like I wrote in the whole meteor situation where it was a near miss, and therefore it starts the whole message of being given a second chance. Um, there's no humans in Ironstone, therefore, like everyone sees Nu as like a zoo animal almost.
It explains why the lunchroom specifically is such a weird event for them.
Yeah, like
Dinosaurs who can eat raw food easily. Versus
exactly.
us. I mean, humans can eat raw food, of course. It's just not as efficient for us because we started to kind of kill off some of those enzymes that most animals have, and
Right.
re-effort that energy to our brains, our massive brains.
I mean, the school of Ironstone is just like they never had to deal with humans up until now, so they're just comfortable with
They don't know
tailoring everything towards
the saurians.
yeah. And I find that interesting. Is like, how does a fucking human, like,
How does a human cope with?
how does a human cope with something like that? Yeah,
Nothing is for them. Nothing is made for them in this place anymore.
right. It's like, what the fuck am I
This is
supposed to
going to
eat
be a
here?
very weird, strange learning environment for him.
Yeah, and there's a lot more that I'm writing into chapter one. I am re-releasing chapter one in a whole new light.
Yeah, so I was going to
So
ask, what changes specifically are you going to make to encourage people to encourage people to focus more so on Mimi as opposed to the other character fixation that they seem to have developed?
just a lot more development between new and some of the characters. One specifically that I failed to do so beforehand, and just pumping a little bit more lore, and not lore.
Motivation.
Just more information about like what the situation is when moving into Ironstone. The situation going around with his parents, and definitely a lot more interacting with Madison, and then just touching up a few things.
Yeah, I think the touching you say. Yeah, I think the one of the things that sort of pushed the fans towards other characters was like in Snoot Game. You see Fang fairly early, in Wani you see Olivia very early. We had to wait quite a bit before we actually saw Mimi come into play during the demo. Like we got a lot of
halfway through the demo before you
Yeah.
get
It was,
sight of her.
and that was my biggest weakness.
which it was like it was a great reveal. Don't misunderstand me here. I'm not shitting on it. Like all the characters, they have their
Fully
quirks
agree.
introduced well. Dialogue is good. It's just like everybody was there, and they're like, okay, where's Mimi? Where's Mimi? Where's Mimi?
Yeah, I did want a whole lot, like I did want it to like drag out for a little bit so everybody was on their toes, but the thing is I did a little bit too much, right?
I think
And
you did her sting for the first appearance like a quarter through instead of halfway through. Pre-lunch is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You
that's
probably would have had more of the reaction that you were going for. But I still really like it. I like what you did. I like the scene. It's very sweet. It's a wonderful animation that you use, by the way.
yeah, the Best Day, my man. He's a real man. He's awesome.
I really wanted him here on the interview, but
Day
he's
will have
busy
his
with
own
college
days,
affairs.
Don't worry.
He really needs his own interview because like
Don't
Best
worry.
Day he is awesome in this community. Like he has always been there by my side whenever I'm having trouble. He's such a fucking sweetheart.
Every time.
I think I mentioned it, but if it wasn't for meeting him early on, I would have just stopped writing entirely after nonsense occurred.
Because of Best Day, I would never went through with this whole visual novel stuff.
Really?
He sent me. He was the first person to send me fan art of Nua and Mimi
The only
directly.
reason I have any friendship with Farian, I think, is because of Best Day.
Yes.
Wow, not even trying to sugarcoat it, huh?
Is
he
it just-
was the person I made the connection through. And if it wasn't for that, we just would not have met or associated.
It's not even fucking sugarcoating at this point. He's just Canadian. He's immediately sweet. He's got that fucking maple syrup, dude.
Good guy.
And it pisses me off whenever I have to like log on to 4chan and I see people shitting on his stuff.
Yeah, that's not right.
Like, bro.
Yeah, I have the answer for you. Stop fucking logging on to 4chan.
4chan is worthless.
It's not that. It's like it's great to lurk. It's great to like converse and.
I lurk in there from. Yeah, I lurk in there from time to time, and I sometimes post like, Green Silent Hill because that's also like a pet project.
Yeah,
just
like antithetical to actually doing shit.
But Jesus Christ, dude. I fucking hate it there. Like the moment that they start shitting on Best Day is the day that I realize, oh, I'm not gonna log into this anymore. These people fucking do not know any, like just literally anything.
I mean, look, they're vocal and they want what they want, and when you give them stuff that isn't what they want, they just get upset about it. There's no more depth or nuance to it than that.
There's a few creative words I think it'd be appropriate to call them that I won't say here.
Degenerates?
No, that's not one of those words.
Look, man, saying degenerate in the snoot community, in quotation marks, is like yelling sand in the desert.
It applies to everyone.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know, it's something thinking about it often gets really, really emotional about that. Like you got people there that are like,
Best Day is an oasis in the desert. If we're gonna follow that train of logic,
he's a fucking sweetheart. I love him to death. I hope I can meet him in person so I can give him a big fucking hug.
When the U.S.
crackers or something.
When the U.S. annexes Canada, I'll be sure to go up there to show him what unregulated firearms and energy drinks are like.
Fucking them. I forgot he wants to go by they. So I'm gonna respect that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Best Day. Sorry, they them. That's my bad. Anyways,
Best Day. We're going to kill Roach after the stream for such an.
I am going to die.
Well, I mean, it's not gonna be quick either. He'll be dangling over my punching.
What do you mean?
Until he
I got shit to do, man. I'm not gonna spend my fucking time with Roach torture. It's not even that high on my list. No offense, Roach.
I already have an automated system for Turkish people.
Wow. I don't know what part of that I want to be offended by.
Man. But yeah, he's awesome at what he does, but and the animation isn't going anywhere. I'm telling him just to like add in a few lines into that animation and then just remaking it from there. I'm just pushing some stuff around to where it works and then just adding a few things because I looked at the Google Doc, the form that people have submitted, and to anybody that has taken their time to written in that form, thank you so much. It's been very helpful. The form, according to a lot of people, the pacing was just not right.
I'm not a super critic or anything. The only thing I wrote down was that like I found a few zombie sentences. Just some
just drag out sentences.
Yeah, they shamble a little bit. They're not. It's not that they don't make sense. It's that they could be better. They shamble around too much.
Yeah, that too.
It's not. I mean, a few of those isn't going to be a killer to any project. It's just something that happens.
It's just brazen hostility of my host.
It's fine. It's just human errors that happen.
Yeah, no, the work is a very human product.
Mm-hmm.
I really can't levy any complaint because I thoroughly enjoyed the demo when I played it. It was a worthwhile experience to do. You know how some things you're like, man, they're kind of wasting my time? This was not one of them. This was very worth my time to look into. It was worth the hour and a half that I spent with it for the playthrough.
Yeah, I imagine there's all kinds of meme reactions and stickers and gifs on the server. It's like you enjoyed it.
Oh no, I don't have any attached to my server necessarily. I just am in all of the servers.
I mean, like, it's surreal just seeing a lot of Let's Players on YouTube going through a live stream, just playing the game. It's like, I had no idea who Bowie is at the time of finishing it up, and
But apparently you made him feel things.
apparently, and people were like, "Dude, Bowie's playing your game. Bowie's playing your game." It's like,
Who the fuck?
Boobies?
who's Bowie?
Who's Bowie?
and I looked it up. It's gotten like 41K 41K views out of that video. And then after that I just look up on YouTube and Twitter, hold on to me. And I see, there's Humanoto who told me he was gonna play it. Okay, cool. There's Bowie, seen that. And then there's just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
8, 9, 10, 11. Like, it's just
earned
all of these.
recognition. You deserve it. I think.
It's like dude, I don't know. Like, they could spend their time playing Elden Ring or some shit. It's like, and there's also the Russian
The Russians have clinged to the Snoot community.
Spanish side. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, don't forget the Spanish community. They are huge.
Jack
Yeah,
Bass is asking about the endings. Let me read verbatim what he's saying here. So with the endings, do you think there'll be like a time skip bonus content? As one question, then like, what would ending 0 in the future look like?
And then Full Savile asks, how sad
How
/
bad is
worse is ending 1 Mimi going to be?
How bad is that going to be for all of us?
How depressed am I gonna be? Am I gonna need to invoice you for my therapy?
For ending 1, ending 1 and ending 2, it's definitely going to be bad. Still in the oven though, so it might be worse. But like, how should I say this? I'm just saying it's gonna be heart wrenching. Not to jerk myself off, but I wrote ending 2. I think, and my take on ending 2 is gonna be fucking devastating, and the Gucci's ending 1 is definitely gonna make you like, oh.
I mean, to be fair, this is your interview, so this is like the right time to jerk yourself off.
Yeah, this is
start
the
jerking.
purpose of you being here.
Start jerking right now.
Or like
No
we
lotion.
jerk you out.
I'm hoping that's the only time I jerk myself off.
Oh, this
Start
is a circle jerk. Don't worry about it.
You don't want me to jerk you. Just trust me. Start jerking right now.
There's gonna be a point where the game releases and people are like, dude, ending 2 is kind of mid. Not gonna lie, you suck. You should kill yourself. And I'm gonna take you on the chin.
I mean, what else can you do?
Yeah, but
Everybody's a fucking critic.
as for the endings, there's definitely gonna be bonus content ending. If I can figure out how to code that, which it shouldn't take that long to do.
It's just there should be a check for if you've gotten all endings. I think that's
Well, the thing is that, well, no, not that part of it. get. I figured out all the score things. Like it's RenPy. It's Python. It's not easy to or it's not hard to code that in. RenPy is designed to be pretty easy when it comes to making visual novels. It's the point where
I've started learning too, and I don't know how open you'd be to like helping me learn further, but
I mean, all I did was look at documentation and some YouTube videos about it, and I've gotten a pretty good grasp. And I've also looked into the code of a Snoot game and Wani, and just kind of reference off of that.
Yeah, I've just been like
skulking
through mods, stealing code.
I don't like to steal code. I try to make it my own. It's just that I take some bits and pieces of that code and just try and make it my own to where it can be understandable by me. But I have endings 1 through 4 kind of plotted out. And of course, it's still going to need work. It's just in the future, I would like to have the one feature where if you get all the endings, you get like that secret bonus.
The epilogue.
It's just coding, and like the bonus stuff is going to be a little bit tricky, a little bit of a pain. Because I have no idea how to do that stuff yet. Like, I want to have this one feature where if you do certain things, you can also get bonus stories that are just nice side content. Yeah. Same with Snoot. You get those fun stories that have nothing to do with the actual game, but they're still fun reads nonetheless.
Oh yeah, like the PTA night and whatnot, where Suki isn't actually he's capable of talking normal. Just good little.
I'm sorry. Repeat that. You can't cut out.
Oh yeah, like the PTA night where Suki is revealed to be able to talk normally.
Ah, that was great.
That's a fucking great bit. You've been shitposting all these 20 years I've known you.
I have no idea what you are talking about.
I don't think I've seen that yet. I know about like
plain sight, so people don't recognize him out in the wild.
It's so fucking.
That's the only explanation I can have. He just started doing that so that people would leave him alone in public.
But yeah, it's just stuff like that. Like, I definitely have ideas of what side content to write out. I just need to know how to add like a bonus story button.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I mean,
yeah. And as for ending 0, you're just gonna have to figure that out. Sorry.
Is ending 0 just what the epilogue is? Like after you get everything? I'm not super familiar with all the terminology, of course.
No, ending 0 is just something that I made up myself.
I see.
So the way you get ending 0, you're just gonna have to
no points.
Maybe.
Absolutely nothing. Oh, you're just not gonna tell me.
Maybe. Actually, I don't know how much I've spewed out into the public, but yeah, you just gotta figure out for yourself. See if you can figure out what ending 0 is.
Within 2 days, there will be a guide on how to get every ending.
Probably.
You just have to be prepared for this. Where's Sun is asking an off-topic question. What do you think about Subway changing their drink provider from Coca-Cola to Pepsi?
Subway should just close down all their shops.
I'm surprised it's still alive.
There was a point where Subway had a purpose, and that purpose was to get a guy through medical school.
Yeah.
That's no bullshit. That's real. I think it's the corporation that owned it originally was Dr. Foods Incorporated.
Oh, maybe that's why they want to make it to Dr. Pepper, so they make it to Pepsi, so they can include fucking Dr. Pepper. That's the only good drink they have.
Dr. Food Incorporated, I don't think exists anymore. But that was the original corporation that owned the submarine sandwich shops.
I had a buddy who worked at Subway, and he would have a customer come in there and ask for a cookie sandwich all the time, which is basically just
It's something
Italian. Yeah, exactly. Just Italian loaf bread, cookies all the way, covered in mustard. Apparently, the guy had it every single week.
I can see that tasting good. Actually, I'm quite interested.
No.
Listen, I'm willing to try it. It's like the pickles and peanut butter thing that pregnant women ask for. I've tried it before. It's a similar thing. It's a sweet with a very savory, salty flavor.
And interesting thing in the chat. Asking a question in regards to connecting with others in this community. How? I think we should talk about that as opposed to pickles and peanut butter.
I'm and you hop in a call, and then you say something that would be interesting, I guess.
I'm gonna just leave it at this. Instead of Subway, if you are anywhere in the southeastern region of America, just find a Publix and get a sandwich from there. It's 10 times better than that shit. Moving on.
I just empirically prefer Good Sense.
Also, Jersey Mike's.
The Jersey Mike's around me aren't great, but I see the appeal.
It's okay.
There's one around me, and it's not clean, but that's probably the franchisee.
Or Firehouse Subs. There
you go.
I do like their message with Firehouse. Like they donate part of every sale to whatever local firehouse is around. That's why they have that name.
I think firefighters are the only respected emergency response team.
Well, you don't think EMTs are worth anything?
No.
You don't think EMTs?
Well, the thing is about EMTs is that people's medical insurance, usually people don't have that, or their medical insurance is not good. So they'll get thousands of dollars. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I understand that point, but that's more at the fault of the insurance companies.
I just believe
system fucked up our medical coverage system, and I'm not going to go into that all the way right now. Just know that the reason our bills are so high is because of insurance existing.
Yes.
So anyway, about dinosaur games.
I will say I shat on EMTs, but that was a joke. I love the EMT friends I have. Don't hunt me down. But yeah, back to dinos.
That's right.
Why a Tricera? Why a Tricera?
Why Triceratops?
Is this your favorite dinosaur?
Or did you need to recover things from the hatred of Trish to the wholesomeness of Mimi?
See, I can do like
As you can see, I've separated out a special channel in the Discord here for Mimi specifically.
Where's that?
If you scroll up into the
yellow trigger posting, I think is what it's called.
Yellow trigger posting. Let me see this shit.
You can't say that word, dude. You can't say that word. That's fucked up.
Hey, no,
get this trigger off the plane!
No.
Trigger!
That's not what he said. He was asking for a water. It was a very peaceful confrontation that people racially charged. That guy just wanted a water.
Oh, Merry Christmas, everyone. You need to leave. Stay jolly.
Okay, I see the Mimi War edit that I made. I also see the Trig Shaga. That's
There's one guy who likes Trig. There's another guy who likes the Triceratops of any kind.
Yeah, so why Triceratops? Let's talk about this question.
Okay. One, I like Trish. Two, I think that was the first dinosaur that appeared in my head when making a partner for Nua, because again, this was a whole spiral out of control scenario.
To be fair, Triceratops is like the third or fourth most famous dinosaur. After, of course, T-Rex, Raptors, long next to the category, and right ahead of Stegosaurus in popularity.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna strangle you.
I already strangled your cousin. As we discussed last night, I strangled the fucking goose.
Yeah, you killed Keith. That's kind of fucked up.
I thought you said his name was Kyle. Are you getting this wrong again? Jesus.
I have many cousins.
Anyway, yeah, so Trigas are actually kind of a fun dino. So I approve of this wholeheartedly.
It's really fun.
Sorry, I have the dinosaur autism, of course. Very specific, and that's why I've stuck in this community for so long. The actual animal is just fucking amazing how it works. Like, its skull is extra dense so it can handle impacts. It has fucking knives on its face, so that's kind of cool, I guess. It uses its face as a shield for its young. It's just a really impressive dinosaur, frankly. As much as the characterization that Caveman decided to give them exists, as an actual animal, it's interesting, and I find that most dinosaurs are fascinating, but it's a really unique approach that most animals didn't take. Yes, I will use my face as a shield. I think the only other animal I can think of that does that is ants. There's what they're called trapdoor ants.
Yes. Trap jaw, I think?
No, their head is a fucking nail, and they kind of just plug holes with it.
I'm
thinking they're just the door.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I remember that one now. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Sorry, I went off on a tirade.
No, you're fine.
I mean, we could talk about the tirade of like the really racist names against triggers, like porch lizard, leaf muncher,
knife face,
twig shitter.
Big Shitter's a good one. Knife face. You know, sometimes you find in the community just like some of the most awful names for other like species that just make you go, "Wow!"
They don't even exist.
Like one,
they're not even like people. They're just animals. They're just like dinosaurs that don't even exist.
So then you like come up with shit that just doesn't make that just hurts so good. Like I refer to long necks as neckers.
Which is God.
All right, man. I think we have to kick Smooth Rock now.
YouTube. This is neck. He said neckers, not the other thing. YouTube.
Yeah, I couldn't call him a clubhead. Clubhead. How about that?
What is the other thing? Could you tell me what word he didn't say? I need to know that.
Call it George's Slide. If you've ever seen George of the Jungle.
Fucking God.
Oh my God. A vine swinger.
Lord.
Tree hopper.
Crushback, because they have, of course, huge back muscles to support the weight of their neck.
Grass gulper.
Grass gulper. I like that alliteration. That's a good one.
Palm bruncher.
I like alliteration a little too much.
I mean, some people call them spaghetti necks.
Spaghetti necks.
It really harkens back to some other phrases that we made for certain people in the days of building the American railway system.
Yeah, yeah, that too.
Listen, guys, no other stream are you going to find live think tank racial slur construction.
I feel like
the denizens of the world.
Do that, but it's not on YouTube.
Well,
so I will
the
say,
thing is about Nua.
So, yeah.
The thing is about Nua, he comes from a racist family, so he does we do have to figure out you.
You also need
Nua's
to have
old man's going to be racist
to hurl back. I mean, Flatfoot is obviously one that would be thrown at him pretty often because humans walk weird. There's no extra padding under our feet like the dinosaurs might have, even if they've adapted our foot shape.
Mm-hmm.
So calling him Flatfoot, I think would bother him a little bit.
It's like Oni Plays calling those fucking... It's like Oni Plays saying Smoke Monkey that one time.
No!
That's what they were!
That's what they were!
If you want to attack his character, call him a Beanie Baby.
Woo!
Just a very specific insult for him and Maddie, actually. Look, the Beanie Babies are together, you know?
No fucking shot!
There you go.
I feel like that's
the Beanie Babies!
I think this has to go into the game now, Roach. Come on, put it in there.
Should I put it in there?
Pretty good, man.
That's a good one.
Add that to your list of insults that you obviously have for these characters.
Chat, should I call them the Beanie Babies?
Yes.
Yes.
The chat just said yes unanimously. I'm in there right now.
All 14 of them.
Yes.
Let's see.
All 14 of the most loyal nerds, strongest reprobates. The snoot aficionados, all 14 council members said yes, unanimously.
God
Oh man, I'll edit. I'll edit.
Yay!
Yay! I've had impact.
Now we just got to follow the next comment I saw in the chat, which is like all Triceratops have love handles.
I drew her with love handles.
Well,
When is the
so there's an extra set of love handles for them.
Yeah, on the face.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
The
that's
crest.
what.
Oh, this is going to hell in a handbasket pretty quickly, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going straight to hell.
when is the Mimi love handle reveal? Since I never thought I would say.
The Mimi love handle.
Yeah, the horns.
The horns. You mean
the fucking the crest?
Oh, that'll come in time.
Frill?
Gotcha.
In
Whatever.
the case
Man.
of,
I call it a crest.
Shut up, you dino artist! Shut up!
I just call it a crest.
I mean, I guess that's not completely incorrect. It's like in the case of the Thagomizer, where that's the correct term. You could still be like, yeah, the tail spikes, and that makes sense.
Right.
Crest just means there's something on top of the skull that is a display structure or something. Which a frill does count as a display structure too, because it would show fitness for like adulthood.
So it's either or.
Yeah, it depends on how you
Kind
want to
of.
use it. If you're thinking of it as a defensive implement, I'd say frill. But at this point, it's mostly display, so I'd say crest is appropriate. Adult Triceratops have a completely filled in frill, and the babies have holes in the bone. I mean, there's still skin stretched across, but there's holes in the bone.
Right. You know so much of this out. Jesus Christ.
He's got that major autism.
Yeah, I mean, imagine what I did when I was a young child. What two things did I do that led me down this life path of this and being a plumber?
Watch a lot of Land Before Time.
And a lot of Bob the Builder.
That makes a lot of sense.
So that's scary. That makes so much sense. It's scary.
Yeah, it is. Oh God.
Why is it scary that it makes sense? I mean, I'm just a real one for this, honestly. I'm the realest guy here. I'm gonna be honest. I'm willing to admit what makes me me. Why am I a goose? I just always had some affinity for birds in the local parks. That was like a Disney princess. They just kind of came up and hung around. I've never been bitten by a goose. They just kind of stand around me.
Good for you, I guess. Wait, have you never had to defend yourself from a fucking Canada goose or anything like that?
Nope. They just kind of vibed.
What the hell? I've had like.
I think it's just the vibe I have about me of being a silly guy, maybe? I don't know.
I've had to full-on punt a goose away from me.
And here I have them just hanging out. Probably because they walked into my territory instead of me walking into theirs.
No, depends.
Yeah.
Geese are very territorial, but if they're walking around, looking for food or whatever, as long as you don't feed them, they're not going to attack you, generally.
Debatable. I mean...
Is it their territory that you're in, that they're looking for food in? Or did they kind of wander out into the city looking for breadcrumbs?
They were just kind of wandering around, honestly. How do I fucking put this? Okay. I was sitting at a fucking bench, and this like flock of geese just flew by while I was having lunch. They waddled around, and as soon as I got up to leave, one of them just straight up honked and started coming right at me. So I had to pull South Park and say, it's coming right at me, and just punted it in the chest and started trying to snap at my shins.
Ready, Ike? Kick the baby.
So I'm going to give you a trick. You should have just sat there and let him pass.
No, I got up to leave, and the fucker came at me. I was doing nothing! It came right at me!
Any sudden movement that they detect will fucking set them off. I've just learned this. And sometimes they're just fucking... They're like people. Sometimes they're just in a shitty mood. And they're waiting for a chance to snap, You're
just evil little shits, that's what it is.
Geese are fucking weird.
Yeah, no, they're
straight up
animals, but they're very beautiful in a sense. Like swans are even more aggressive, but people see them as dainty and delicate and beautiful, I guess. But they're even more aggressive than geese.
I mean,
the larger the waterfowl, generally the more aggressive it is. because it's able to be instead of having to hide and whatnot.
I mean,
Right.
I've also eaten goose breast. Goose is pretty delicious if you prepare it right.
Yeah, well, they're also relatively smart, so they know when you're like they just know that humans will sometimes kill and eat them.
Well, they should get out of the way then.
Yeah, it's like crows. They're not as smart as crows, but crows remember a face of somebody specific who wronged them. The geese have the moment of association, like these apes eat us, and that's their knowledge, I guess. Be careful
fucking-
around the bipedals.
Crows are fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they're kind of cool.
They're really
These
cool.
cars are crackers.
Yeah. Fucking smart as shit, too.
So, you know what's also smart is having a whole character that speaks Italian and just steals people's hearts, apparently.
Apparently,
Garbage grandma.
I've only added 2 scenes, and apparently everybody loves her.
Dude, there is an entire goddamn Discord channel here in the server that's just called
I-
Zero Posting.
Yeah, I see it. It's Chiro.
Damn.
Sorry, Chiro. Sorry.
It's just
Chiro.
no. It sees that one fucking gif of "Io sono per Italia, viva Italia,
Yes, we have some of Ciro's very finest wallet snatchers.
Wallet snatchers. I love that. That's so.
Hold on. Let me actually find the video that someone made for me.
We have one of them in the chat right now, and another one that tried to join into the stream earlier,
Yeah.
but did not have the permission.
That guy does nothing but spam Chiro.
Yeah, that's about what he does in here. He thinks he has
Oh,
to
yeah.
justify the role.
So we have a Chiro fag in here.
Yes.
Yeah, I suppose.
Very.
We have one open Chiro fag. We probably have more in hiding.
You have
Where they
more.
should be. Sorry. It's been,
Oh,
that was a
I
bit
know
more
there's
aggressive
at
than
least
me.
2 others. I know for a fact there's at least 2 others.
I mean, I've seen the fan fictions about Chiro as well already, so there's that.
Mhm. Some devious things Scott himself does not know about.
I know who's making that. He's the. Yeah, I know who that is. He's the biggest Chiro lover in that server. He's been posting that one fic into my literature class.
Yeah, I my buddy wrote a Chiro fic, and I had to like edit it. It's like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna help you make sure this doesn't look badly written. So good job.
Like he's
I mean,
he's gonna look at this. The big man's gonna look. He's gonna see this. He's gonna cut my balls off.
I've drawn one piece of Chiro art, but it was from memory, and I'm not all that talented an artist when it comes to just drawing, frankly.
Yep, put it on the
Especially
screen.
human forms. No, I don't think
put
I
it
will.
on the screen. You
But
brought it up. It's
I
too late.
forgot what her hat looked like, so I just
Brought it
gave
up,
it
it's
like
too
a
late.
black and orange stripe, but I put the brand of sacrifice from Berserk on it.
You brought it up. It's too late.
I didn't remember
Seriously?
exactly what she looked like besides she was pointy.
Okay, I found that one. I found that one video. Hold on. My favorite fucking video. Recluse made this. Hold on.
I'm holding on to me.
I can try to find it.
Shut up!
I'm sorry.
Oh, I think I see it.
I can put this on the stream, actually.
Where are you from, America?
Definitely played.
Where are you from, America? Where are you from?
Io sono from Italia!
What's up, man?
Viva Italia, per favore, via la luce, mezzo male, mamma mia, da maledare, Giacinca, buah, figlia mia da fantasia, mamma mia, se facce tu,
I
how
can't
you
understand. I
doing?
think she might be French.
That should have played. Hopefully, that made sense to whoever saw it, and hopefully they got the audio.
I mean, it's on the live stream. It's all good.
Yeah. But yeah, Chiro made by Tuco Ludes, and he just gave it to me for free for nothing. And I love her. I love her to death.
Don't you just get insanely flattered when somebody says, "Hey, here's some free art or some free like gift work or whatever for your work."
It's definitely it definitely drives me to keep making this this game.
I say it's pretty cool.
It's
Very.
definitely call it an ego stroke, call it genuine passion, but like seeing it just is the one thing that brings me joy and enough will to
Keep going.
have me keep working. Yeah.
You always love to see it. You always love to.
It's an awesome thing. It's awesome,
It's a great thing.
especially when people
Uh,
genuinely care about something that isn't just straight up porn.
something you actually think is full of heart.
Yeah.
Important to you. They care about.
Yeah, it feels good. Feels good, man.
So now, when you well, we've talked about the character, but when you start creating a mod, what is a good resource you can look into besides just looking at A, Snoot and Wani, or B, whatever Renpai has, because some of that's just hard to read, I say.
So just developing a Renpai?
Yeah. What is your first step generally? Or what did you do before you did anything else to figure out how to do the development Renpai? I'm not phrasing this the best, am I?
No.
I mean, the thing is, all I did was just look up YouTube videos on like how to install it and how to get it running. And then when I got a better understanding of what I'm looking at, I would look up the documentation. And that's about it. The rest is just like trial and error. You know, just I sometimes I find a method that works. Sometimes that method would cause either more storage or less less runtime, so I'll have to like tweak some stuff. Sometimes something breaks, and I'll have to go in and try fixing that. Sometimes it doesn't work all the way.
I mean, I've had to go through some of that in developing my own mod, the trial and error stuff, and sometimes it just. Do you ever just like go out and you say, I need to have a second set of eyes look at this code to figure out what the fuck's wrong?
Yeah, there's always a point. It always happens. Like there's no easy way around it. It can just be you missed a semicolon or you capitalized something that wasn't supposed to be capitalized.
Which is generally every time.
It it happens every time, and it won't tell you. Sometimes it's just how that happens.
Hey, in this line, there's something fucked up. What's fucked up? Oh, it's
Oh
very right. It gives me the error code. It's just like, what did Columbo do this time? It's always with Columbo.
The good thing about Renpai though is that if it's just something about how a line reads, like you play through it and it gets to that line, it'll tell you, hey, it messes up right here. And they'll tell you, oh, and you'll go back and you'll see, yeah, you can go back and see, oh, I capitalized this, or oh, this reference to this character is completely wrong. Let me change one variable.
Yeah, and I've seen that too. That happens to me.
It happens all the time.
Often. I'm learning from nothing, and I'm not very tech savvy, or I really know nothing about computers or programming. To start with, I just said I could do it because I can probably figure it out. Was my viewpoint. I've been figuring it out, I guess. Things are working. There's a few things I need to do to make it look good, maybe even. but it's
Right.
happening slowly.
Yeah, and it's just stuff like that that makes me scared to touch Godot for my future product.
Yeah.
And I do like I do want to make more games so that I can make a living off of it, so I don't have to work at all.
Well, I mean, you will be working. If you do something you love, you will work every day of your life.
As long as it's not fucking retail, I'm not working.
Yeah, no, retail fucking sucks.
I fuck.
There's a
Work
reason I skipped it, and it's because I saw my brothers go through it, and I'm just like, no, I'm not fucking doing that. I'm joining a trade school immediately.
No, I go to school, but I have to. I'm doing a part time job to pay for it,
Yeah.
and it just fucking drains me.
Yeah, for me,
Especially
college
at
just never made sense as the option I was gonna do.
like I recently got a promotion, and now I'm like I feel even more dead inside. I gotta finish up school now, so I have more time for doing the stuff that I want to do.
Yeah.
Gotta have more time for dinos.
More
Yeah.
time
More
for
time for-
dinosaur women. More time to listen
Yeah.
to go on tirades and be your autistic liaison, I guess.
Yeah,
If
hopefully.
remember, I will open this to you if you have questions about dinosaurs. If I don't immediately know the answer, I know where exactly to get the answer. I've offered this to Devlog and they didn't take me up on it. Their loss. Their loss. All
No,
I asked
keep-
was to be called the official dinosaur autist. And
I'll definitely keep that in mind, though.
That does actually kind of bring up a question for me, Roach. So you've probably seen, or at least heard, all the other like mods coming out from other projects and whatnot.
Yeah.
Is there any one in particular that you have your eye on? They kind of go, "Oh, I want to see this coming up pretty soon," or "Oh, I like this one by concept alone quite a lot."
I mean, I've spoken to Wolf Serenity and fucking blank it out. Sorry. Yeah, I've spoken to Wolf Serenity and Zach, and no, I'm very close to them, so I'm looking toward their project, which is the Mega Love Mania game and Devlog.
Oh hell yeah!
What I've been seeing from them is pretty good stuff so far.
Yeah, everyone I've talked to about just devlog in general seems hyped, and it's understandable. I mean, Receiver K was on here. What was it, Farian? Like a month ago, 2 months ago?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, so everyone's really hyped up for that. But man, I don't know. Something about Megalove Mania really stands out to me. Maybe it's just like their designs or something, but
Yeah.
I am really keen on doing on that.
See, when you say you're really intrigued on those products, that is a direct threat to me. Therefore, I'm going to send them death threats so that they can cancel their projects and they will not be working on them, and I will be the top.
Oh yeah, that's how it is. You gotta strangle the competition, right? That's what
Yeah, I got to make sure that I stay on top. But no, I'm kidding. My whole slogan is just make what you want to make, and they're making what they want to make, and I'm very happy. I'm very glad to see them working on something, and I cannot wait for their end product.
Hell yeah. So I guess another question of mine is, do you expect Hold On to Me to last for around 4 chapters? Or do you want to try to see if you can make it a little bit longer than that, shorter than that? What are your ideas for that so far?
So, when it comes to a free project like this, it's hard to say, but my ambitions are to make this game take place over a year. That's my ambition right now. For the chapters, I guess it will take longer.
And because of it being a free project, my team is definitely not going to be like, they're not going to be able to put in all of the time and effort as much as I can. That sounded wrong. Knowing that they have lives to get to, which of course,
the development of this game is definitely going to be pretty sluggish, but for as long as I am around, I'm gonna keep writing. I'm gonna keep writing it for as long as I can.
Righteous.
And you know, my team, they can always come and go. You know, like they're not basement dwellers. They all have lives. They all have jobs. Sometimes, and you know, some of them, they live across the world. So, you know, our times don't match up. And sometimes it's just my own inability to work with them as a manager. Like this is the first project I've made that deals with a team. So, you know, it's just something that I have to get better at, is just managing a team.
You want to talk about some of the team dynamics you've had to learn through during developing Mimi?
When it comes to making the team dynamics, like I have the crucial stuff squared away, like getting as many talented writers as I can and getting as talented artists as I can, which by the way, right now, the artists that are willing to pitch in the effort, I would never have thought to get in the artists that I do have right now. Like, here, let me give you an example.
I mean, frankly, me catching so many people for interviews, it's just crazy. Who's willing to just talk about themselves for a while?
Yeah, like I have Cathead doing some of the backgrounds, and there's this one guy that's super awesome. I gotta find his piece that's in here. Hold on. He did one of the cafeteria, and I just audibly went, "What the fuck?" But before then, like the artist for like the current build of the game sadly had to step away because he had too much going around with his life.
Too much on his plate at once.
Yeah, which is fair.
Yeah, people need to be able to sort their own things out before they can do the fun projects, quote unquote.
Yeah. And here's a different artist. So that's going to be in the new update.
Oh, slightly changing it.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot.
Definitely gives it a more Texas feel that I wanted.
I'm gonna throw that one up on stream.
Please do. That's like excellent, honestly.
The cafeteria specifically.
Yeah.
The chain link fence in the background really sells home. Oh yeah, that's Texas as hell.
Yeah.
This is
escape preventative
exactly what I needed.
Yeah, the escape prevention fence. Kind of love it.
for a high school.
I really like how high schools in the Midwest and the mid South, just always have the students as like zoo animals and they're fenced in like that. School is a zoo.
I mean, okay, so I do have. I didn't ask them to put it there, but because of that, it actually really hammers in the lore reasons of why the school is the way that it is.
So the school right now is like mostly carnivorous dinosaurs, and Maddie is like one of the few herbivore dinosaurs and the only Triceratops.
Yeah.
So yeah, that I mean, like being in a school like this full of carnivorous dinosaurs, yeah, they're gonna get rowdy. So you're gonna have to have a chain fence.
I mean, the herbivores in nature is more dangerous than carnivores. Because it's just immediately goes straight to kill, as opposed to, I might toy with this a little while.
All right, autist. Just
Very surface level fact, I think you'll find. Yeah, that's
Nuh-uh.
that's a very funny thing to hear come from a guy who has dainty lady hands wrapping around his arm right now.
It's just. I'm just sitting here like sweating, like nuh-uh, nuh-uh, nuh-uh. I know, nuh-uh.
I mean, well, with herbivores, it's more reactionary. If you got too close, carnivores, they will initiate the whatever combat, but only when they're either hungry or just bored.
But it's just like my own. Like the thing is about trying to write in lore for America that has dinosaurs.
What are you talking about? Have you seen our Congress?
Oh boy, politics coming back.
Yeah, but that's all. Yeah, but that's. Yeah, but this is in the East. This is the West. So like.
Listen, all I'm hearing is the bear, the bull, the bear, the bull.
But yeah, there's a lot of changes, lore wise that I'm still playing around with. That whole carnivore and that whole carnivore and herbivore thing that's still not set in place yet.
It's like a thing with herbivores.
But
more defensive. Not like the drop of that.
But just what else?
Jack, why are you looking at Columbo mod? Avert your gaze. Avert your gaze from Columbo right now.
See, here's the thing.
Just one more thing.
Just one more thing.
Just one more thing.
So if now is a good point, we have some questions from, let me see if I can't find it, from Codman. Is this his actual name or is this his server nickname? Deadman.
Let's just go with that for now.
Yeah, some of these are probably questions that if we were competent interviewers, we would have asked as opening questions.
Sure.
Two of them that I feel pretty easy to clump together is, will Hold On To Me have multiple endings like Snoot and Wani? And he also asks, was ending one the hardest for you to think about and or draw?
Yes, there'd be multiple endings as of like drawing it. Haven't gotten to it yet. And I didn't actually write ending one. That would be Pig.
Lagucci.
Yeah, Lagucci. Pig and on. Lagucci.
Now,
because I, for one, I hate bad endings so much. I just gave that to him. See what he worked with.
And he's also asking if your inspiration for Royce came from the Bully video game.
Yes.
Specifically about Gary Smith, which I think has been revealed previously. I think you've said.
Yeah.
And then a follow-up question to that: is there going to be an option to punch him in the face?
No, for Nua to punch Royce in the face.
Well, you as the player.
Well, yeah, yeah. I got what you're trying to say. Maybe.
Be fun. And then the next one is, how do you feel about Diego being a part of the I Love Human Club, much like Trish?
Oh yeah, that's a thing. I forgot about that till now. Diego, BHC lover.
Dude, I just think it's funny as fuck.
Yeah, I think
It's like I'm friends with a cool bug, and he's made all those fucking stupid ass just stupid ass Diego simping for Nua. It's like it's really tempting me to write some stuff.
damn, he's a human man.
Like I always find like people simping over Sentinel like the funniest thing ever.
Yeah.
I have a server that has the Mpreg Diego sticker I just put on the chat.
I'm going to fucking die.
Are there any characters that you have yet to introduce so far that might be plot relevant?
Not plot relevant per se, but definitely some side characters.
Yeah.
Some that have been circulating, but I've never put them in the game yet because I didn't have the time to.
My important question is: are we ever gonna have like a full conversation with the lunch lady?
Are you fucking?
God damn it.
Listen, you can't just design a lunch lady that looks that good and then not have any interaction with her.
It's a fucking quick duel that you only see in one comic panel.
I'm going to write fan fiction about the lunch lady now.
How do you only see 1/4 of that fucking woman? How do you have this much attachment to these fucking characters?
You can expect
It's
20
insane.
pages of backstory on the lunch lady and her integration into the universe and romance options.
Okay, you know what the funny thing is though?
I don't.
Have you ever paid attention to Miss Powell's conversation?
Elaborate.
Okay. Where does her sister work?
Is it her sister, the lunch lady?
I see.
I was gonna say that, but goddamn, you guys are fucking.
Jack
We have
Pass
we have a much
about
Yeah.
what is the craziest thing Leon can sell to you? What's the craziest thing that can be bought off of him?
What?
What is the craziest thing you can buy off of Leon?
Oh, the craziest thing you could buy off of Leon. Huh.
Plan B.
Plan B. He probably would have dug up a love sense at some point.
Sin?
Lovents, whatever those things are called.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Vibrators. He probably would like pick it up and like have no idea what it is. It's like, I got a
massager.
Yeah. You got a hand massager, buddy.
Oh, what's this? A shoulder massager? All right, whatever. Hey, you made a sound effect. Good job.
What?
Well, if you guys are done screwing around, we have a very serious question. In general, it's no. This one's incredibly serious. Is Dinosaur 9/11 canon in Mimi? And if so, which species perpetuated it?
Oh god.
Oh no! Should I even answer that?
Probably not, man.
I don't think it's
Probably
a species so much as a creed that did it. Let's leave it there.
Probably just leave it.
Listen, did Dinosaur 9/11 happen? I need to know.
Probably.
I mean,
Probably.
I mean, Dino Hitler exists, so probably.
Okay, listen, man. Listen, I need to know this lore for my 30-page fan fiction about the lunch lady. Okay. The level of airport security. The level of airport security is imperative for this piece of fiction. Tell me right now, did Dinosaur 9/11 happen?
She probably lost her father when the second stone spire fell.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys even talking about.
I mean,
is Olivia a traitor to her race, or are berries just like that?
Is Olivia trained to
a traitor to her race, or are berries just like that?
Berries are just like that.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'm not. I never written Olivia. I don't know.
Berry's just made from DHC.
Man, what the fuck?
I mean, I can't really say much. This is. Oh god, this is just evolving so fucking quick. Holy shit.
I mean, it happens sometimes, especially when you're like active during American waking hours. This will happen.
Also true.
Like people are getting off church and whatnot, which I know
Yeah,
is a
they were-
very strong implication that they go to church.
But then we're talking about fucking Dino 911.
I feel like I'm like the one victim in an Eric Andre show.
You know, that was the original intent of my format, and I stopped sticking to it, so I moved to Everybody's in LA.
Do you feel pursued because we all called out your very odd inclusion of Dinosaur 911 in Mimi? Or
Listen, you said it, not me.
Jack
You're like,
says he blames the Raptors.
He plays a rap. Look, I don't know who did it. I don't know who flew those planes. It could have been automated for all I care. I don't fucking know.
But it did happen. It did happen. Dinosaur
guess.
911 is canonical.
Then America wouldn't be the way it is today.
You heard it here. You heard it here first. Remember that.
It happens. Never forget.
Jesus Christ.
Never forget.
Any more fucking questions before I lose it?
We have somebody in the chat. When you read the idea for ending one, how did it make you feel? Did you have to step back, or was there any rewriting that you had to do?
I mean, for what I hate bad ending. It's been a while since I've read that ending, which probably would use some rework, but it was definitely a little bit heart wrenching.
Jack Pass is asking a question.
Yeah.
So will Nua get to rebuild his dirt bike in the visual novel and have a chance to have his friends work on it with him?
Oh yeah, something like that would happen.
I think it'd be a neat bonding experience for him and Maddie because she does seem interested in it. From if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about Maddie is that she'll be interested in what Nua does no matter what. But dirt bikes would be like the one interest. She'll be like, "Can I help?" or something.
Yes, the hold the light experience.
Can you hold the fucking light straight?
Hold the light fucking straight.
I don't know. You know, that would make a pretty interesting like a choice opportunity in the game.
Just to show off their characters, how they react to each other.
Well, no, like one of the choices that affects the relationship outcome.
Yeah, it's
like
good
you
bit of
you do.
banter.
You're blue collar, you goddamn low-born, low-caste reject. You know what it's like to work on something and have somebody just watch, and it's like get the fuck away from me. Like I don't need you here. I don't want you here. I can't think. Your presence is disrupting me. But you can't ever tell them that. You can't ever tell them just go away.
What you gain points for like it's a 3-option thing. Let her help. Just leave her to watch. Tell her to fucking leave.
I mean, okay, there's definitely gonna be a few options. Okay, the way the game's gonna work, I will say this: there will be options, but there's a system in place that, depending on how many points you do have, you'll probably just take some options just by default.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
So it's just more of like a path, as opposed to say Snoot or Wani. There's a lock point.
Yeah.
To where the story will play out in the last chapter, right? For this, there's going to be like several different lock-in points. For like, if you go one direction, you're either going to get ending ending 1 or ending 2, or if you go another direction, you go ending 3 and ending 4, and then you just play out those story beats, and those story beats would be like way longer because it'll happen in the middle of the story instead of just nearing the end of the game, if that makes sense.
I see what you're talking about. Another question from the chat is: will Nua face racism? Will he be called slurs like Skinny and just the others?
Yes. He's in the part of the United States that does not have any a lot, if any, humans. So there's either going to be people that look at him as a zoo animal, the same a white person would look at a black person the first time and go, "Oh my God, can I touch your hair?" Either that, or he'll just come across the most racist, just the most racist person alive.
My grandma.
Yeah, just the type of people that
racist.
The type of people that are convinced that they survived the meteors instead of just the meteors passing through, and they should have lived longer than the humans. They think they're the superior race. So yeah, he'll have to deal with that. From who? I won't say yet.
A little bit of everyone, just people not knowing. Because there's the unintentional racism.
Oh yeah.
As well.
Oh yeah.
So somebody's asking, will there be a kissing sprite for all the romanceable options? Which I think is only Mimi, so I'd say probably.
Sadly, you're not going to be able to take Tiffany. No.
Oh,
No
well,
kissing Mimi?
All right, guys, interview's over.
You only kiss Mimi.
I guess we'll have to write fics about the other options then.
Alright, Smart Rock, get to work.
Yeah.
I did tell everybody that once the game's out, you guys are free to make a fucking Tiffany or Chiro route.
Yeah, go make your mods.
Go make your mods. I'll try my best to make a mod for.
Make it easy to use.
Which at that point I'm probably gonna copy from Snoop.
That's reasonable, I think. It's just gonna be one purple option on the green menu.
So I don't know if it was announced, but we had Sierra here slip into the stream.
I am finally here.
He's finally conscious.
Did you have any
fuck are you?
questions or
And why
accusations?
do you betray me, Mr. Boss Man? Why no Chiro or Tiffany round?
Because I'm making the game mainly. It's called Hold On To Me, as in Maddie, as in Madison, as in Mimi.
Nah, you just do a Kawa Sojo. As soon as you're done with Mimi, you move on to Tiffany next.
I want to fuck the stinky one. So wait, was my mic on?
What?
I think
Motherfucking name!
Sorry, we were experiencing an audio glitch on my end. I just queued back in. What were you saying?
You cannot just say that. Yeah.
You can't just deny it.
What?
You can't keep getting away with this.
What?
But you can make it yourself. I don't fucking care. Do it yourself. Get your fucking pen and paper out.
All right. I'm live writing it. I'm live writing it right now.
Live writing.
Yeah,
Damn.
can't you hear his computer just go click clack?
Turn off sound suppression, pussy.
Sierra, did you have any more questions, or did you just wanna bully him into making the routes you wanted? We can do both.
Okay, real question, I guess.
Okay.
I guess a big one would be, how hard do you want each ending to impact a player?
Pretty fucking hard. Favorably, pretty fucking hard.
You don't want any milquetoast endings? Just like, well, that was something, I guess.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to.
Like, not every one of Katawa's endings really was impactful.
Yeah, I don't want it to be like The Sopranos, Fade to Black, or something.
Originally at the end of Sopranos, they were supposed to show it was a cut to black, then cut to him dead on the floor, and that was the original plan, and they just never added him dead on the floor.
I mean, yeah, it's just like I definitely want to write out the endings to its full potential. Obviously, there's a possibility it won't land for everyone, but I'm a sucker for good endings, so I want those endings to be the best that they can be.
Another question from the chat is, will we be introduced to Nua's mom or the rest of his family? And how would they feel about their son dating a Saurian?
That's something that will be discussed in the upcoming update.
Really?
Woohoo!
Nice.
Maybe.
Ooh. When is that update?
Probably not for another
A little while.
not for a little while, but I am wanting to get the script finished up by February, and then just hopefully finish the sprites, get all that done, and have everything good to go. Maybe March or May.
If it's May, that means it's my birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Here's Mimi. Won't come out for another 3 years.
Mimi coming out 2030.
Happy birthday to you. Get blue balled.
Here's your birthday present. Get blue balled.
Eat shit and die, I guess. Happy birthday, kid.
Set a cake in front of you. You cut the cake. There's nothing.
It's just a layer of icing that's somehow molded and it's just hollow
It's
inside.
just all icing. It's like Silk Song. It'll never be made.
Someone's asking to continue the family question. Does he have a racist grandpa? Does Nua have a racist grandpa?
It's me.
I mean, don't we all have a racist grandfather?
Somewhat, yeah.
It's probably by default. But maybe, yeah.
Full Salvo is asking what the struggle is with making Royce redeemable. Especially since he's designed after Gary.
Yeah. So the thing is with Royce, I feel like he's too comedically evil, and it just goes against the point that I'm trying to make in the game. So I'm having to rewrite some of Royce to make it to where he has a bit of leeway to being a good character.
He has a conscience, just not very socially adept at handling people, maybe. Or just doesn't want to turn off the manipulation.
I mean, not exactly that, but something along those lines, yeah.
I mean, it's easier. It's not easier. That's a bad way to put it. It's more fun to make a character not completely black and white evil, but with like as you said near the beginning, with flaws. Like everyone has flaws in the story, right?
Right. Yeah. And the thing is about Royce, he has an obvious flaw, right? But it's either he becomes this villainous. He's either a villain or an antagonist, and in my eyes, those are different. If I want to make him a villain, he's just got to be the one causing all the hardships into his life, and just making everything awkward for him and just be malicious.
Interesting.
Or I can make him an antagonist, so he himself has flaws and he does cause mild grief, but not from a place of malicious intent. It's more of just like a response of a sort, you know? Like, it's not necessarily...
He's not evil.
He's not evil, but at the same time, he doesn't know what else to do.
Yeah, I see what you're going for with that one.
Like, he's still an asshole. He's a mirror to Nua. He's still an asshole. But whether he wants to or not is up to your discretion. Like, do you want to give him a shot, or do you want to steer clear of him and avoid any more trouble from him?
Kill him with
or do you want to be a complete asshole back to him?
Yeah. Do you want to be a dickhead? Which I guess goes back to punching him. That decision.
Yeah.
Filler asked earlier.
I mean, that kind of feeds into the next question we have in chat, which is, will Royce have something akin to Ben and Wani, where it starts where they're somewhat false presenting, but they become more truthful about themselves when they become redeemed?
Maybe.
Fair. Okay, that sounds like an answer that you don't want to expand on too much.
I feel like
again, none of this is all set in stone.
Fair.
If I release the next build and people look into the submitting the forums and people say the old version of the game was better, then some stuff might change. It's a tricky thing about this game because it's like I'm not entirely sure about every direction, right?
Yeah,
there's stuff people that people like, some people that don't like certain things about the game, some things that I personally wouldn't like.
I mean, not to mention the fact that
I'm not a perfect person, nor are my writers.
You're not.
Yeah, and every route can be very different. Characters can be completely different people between routes 2 and 4, or even 3 and 4. Honestly.
Yeah, and it's a tricky. It's also just a tricky thing, just writing the development of these characters. I don't want to just make him great characters at the beginning and at the end they just become unlikable characters or bland characters. I want that development to hit with people and just make them remain good characters. There's media out there that's just like the writing has fell off so bad to where either people regard only the first chapter being good and telling people, hey, just play the first few minutes and then stop there. Like that happened with Inscription, the game, and also Uzumaki. Like only the first bit was good, and then the rest was shit.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I hate that sentiment so goddamn much.
Or it's either just like me or my writers write something that just completely changes the aspect of some characters to make them like not likable anymore. So it's important to just make sure that everything works out okay,
Jack is asking about Mr. Lance. He said everybody deserves a second chance and chances after that. He tries to prevent Newa from leaving school. Will he play more of a role in Newa's life?
Who, the counselor or the principal?
Mr. Lance.
The principal. Yeah, he'll play a major role. I mean, there's a reason why he let a tyrannical, unruly student into his school. There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
So here's.
Final chance.
So what other reference type characters do you have brewing in the background? We have heavy Mr. Misha, like, heavy weapons guy from Team Fortress 2 that we all love. But do you have any other characters in the same vein coming up that you would be willing to tease us on, or not yet?
Not yet.
Damn.
They're still cooking.
Damn. All right. I was hoping we'd get some news, but oh well.
No, not yet. When the trailer comes out, you'll probably know. You'll know then.
Oh, I can't wait for the trailer. Can't wait.
I actually got permission from
this one musician to use some of their music, and I'm probably going to use that.
Yeah.
Baller.
If you don't mind me asking, was it Gato?
Not Gato. It's one of my musicians that's working with me. It's Roxy.
I see. I don't know if I've heard any of their work as of yet, or at least not consciously aware that it was them.
I have some works right now from him for the game, and it's pretty good stuff.
Nice.
It's really good, and I can't wait to add them in. Yeah, he's also like, he's in music circles where he talks to major, well, not major, but he talks to some other musicians that have their own Spotify's, their own channels, their own whatever.
Yeah.
This is one musician. He's pretty good. I like him. This one song, I think it really would fit in to the next trailer I would make. And also a little bit of the boost in recognition, because like he only has like a handful of listeners, which should be more.
It's a shame.
In my personal opinion.
Somebody's asking if you ended up confirming Diego's zestiness.
He is a fruit basket, yeah.
I mean, one look at that jacket can tell me that he is zesty. Zesty
like, bro, he's standing there like that. You tell me he's not. You tell me you think he's not.
All I'm saying is he's zesty, and I'm not saying anything about anything else. He is zesty.
You got that.
I guess following Full Salvo was asking, will Nua or someone get hit by a chancla by a member of Diego's family?
Get hit by a what?
Le chancla.
Le chancla?
Sandals.
Oh.
Probably.
Roach is actually using all of these questions as a way to harvest free ideas for the
for what
the games
people
to rewrite.
like, obviously.
Yeah.
Probably.
It seems they're happy with that. They're saying that's a based thing to do.
AI needs feedback, you know?
Yeah. Or feed forward, as it hasn't come out yet.
That's also true, yeah.
Man.
But like,
is there going to be like an alien spotting expedition that we can go on?
I mean, the one fic already did it better.
Oh.
But sadly, that fan fiction is wiped from existence because the writer didn't want it to be there anymore.
Yeah. Shame.
It's sad. I really like.
It's their
I really
choice
like
to
that
make.
fic. It was, it was a really good fic.
Yeah. Dominic is asking, is Royce secretly gay?
These are the kinds of questions you can expect, by the way.
These are the questions
I don't
that
know.
keep people up at night. Is Royce gay?
I don't know.
Does Bruno Mars is gay?
That's rude.
So this is going to lead to just a fic of them of the angry hate love between Yua and
there's
Roy.
gonna be a fic of them boning. Are you prepared for that, Roach?
So that's gonna be like the true Trish route, right? It's like stupid skinny. I fucking hate you. Let me kiss you on the mouth.
Stupid skinny. I asked for Coors Light.
Come here, Noah. I need you to kiss me on my hot mouth.
I don't want to roleplay the new Royce route. Can we move on to something else?
Come here and kiss me on my hot mouth.
Guys, I'm trapped in this interview room. Get me the fuck out of here.
Oh, man. I'm feeling romantic.
Now we're going to need a Diego route. That's what we're going to need.
And
there's Diego route,
fanfiction.
A Royce route, Tiffany route, Shiro route. Fuck off!
The counselor lady route.
There's gonna be Mr. Misha route, I'm sure. I mean, there's a Carl Dusky route for Speed.
Man, what the fuck?
Don't ask me why.
That's
What
scary.
the fuck?
This community scares me.
Sex with a gay priest?
Take me to church.
That's me. That's the
Naomi
Naomi route.
Take me to church.
Segex Diego route?
Left hand route. Right hand route.
I don't want to touch you anymore. You've weirded me out.
Jesus.
Goose, can you make me stop touching him? I think I've touched him enough. Put me on Sierra or something, man.
See, that's how I didn't get touched as a child. I was.
Oh. You want to touch me now?
I have you with your little action figure. There we go. Anyway, yeah, no, Meister T says hello.
Hello.
Yeah. A lot of people saying Miss Powell, whoa mama. I think they want a Johnny Bravo character or something in there.
Don't worry, I'm working on it. I'm working on the lunch lady fic.
My God.
One of the brightest minds of the community is already on it. Don't worry.
It's gonna be called. Shit. What is it gonna be called? Second helping, maybe? I don't know.
Sloppy seconds,
dude.
So no, I'm not fucking calling it sloppy seconds. Shut the fuck up.
I made it extra sloppy.
Oh, I might have to now. Shit.
I'm gonna go in the game. The next time you see that fucking update, you're gonna see the fucking.
You're gonna remove the lunch lady.
Yeah, you're gonna see the comic panel cropped out.
No. If you do that, I'm putting you on my growing list of snoot arch enemies, man. You better keep the lunch lady in there.
Oh, I'm so scared. What are you gonna do? Fucking bite my shin guards off? I'm real scared.
Yeah.
Oh, you like just download his game a second time?
I'm going to leak the foot pics of Bon.
You better. Do not bring Bon into this.
Sorry, man, but all's fair in keeping the lunch lady in Mimi.
You're just gonna replace the lunch lady with a dude. That's gonna attract even more people to thirst over the concept.
I hate.
You could have said one thing, right? Do not bring Bon into this. You could have talked about my fucking past with Morgana. You could have talked about my anything else. You do not bring Bon into this.
I played a win. You're not taking the lunch lady away from me. It's the one thing I want out of your game. It better stay in there.
Jesus Christ.
Listen, if you replace the lunch lady with a dude, there's gonna be even more people thirsting over him.
Yeah, I'll make sure.
This I promise you, because people are just
you guys scare me. You guys scare me.
Yeah, be afraid.
Somebody commented, Zippy Squirrel says, I'm still waiting on the foot fic, and I assume this is directed at Roach. So, Roach, could you tell us about that?
The foot fic?
Yeah.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Sorry, Zippy Squirrel, I guess Roach has no idea what you're talking about.
What are you fucking talking about?
It's a question in the chat. It's a question in the chat.
Sippy, what the fuck are you talking about? What are we talking about? You fucking dumbass!
I've never written about feet.
Yeah, that's not
Either-
in his purview.
Yeah, neither have I.
That was a bit quick.
Man, that was.
Oh, how.
I don't know what you're talking about.
How about this? Let's go to someone else. I'm going to go to somebody who's developing their own mod game, Bando, for fossil fuel. Bando asks, what would you say is the most important thing for writing out your characters?
Think about when creating a character for the first time. Think about 2 interests that they may have, 2 flaws, and 1 thing that they are really good at. So with Madison, there's 2 things she likes, 2 flaws, and then 1 obvious thing she's good at, which is basketball. Right?
Yeah.
Now, what those interests and flaws are, that would just be spoiling it. But, find 1 thing that's interesting about your character that people can resonate with. And it could be a niche. It could just be something niche. The more niche, the better. That makes sense.
So, for instance, painting miniatures.
Right.
As in not like pre-made little figurines, building from scratch little pieces of scraps, little miniatures, and painting them in like dioramas.
And just try and look up some stuff, some weird interests that people have. Try not to make your character as like.
Don't make it Quark Jungus.
Well, that, but also try not to make your character more. What's the word I'm looking for? Like widely understood, right? Or widely interested. Like, say, what's one? Okay.
A Mary Sue.
Mm-hmm.
Good at everything, bad at nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Mary
otherwise it's
Sue,
just
Gary Stew.
Yeah. Try not to make a Mary Sue that's just good at everything and bad at nothing, because that's just not interesting. Why would I want to learn about something that's good at everything? Okay, what at what point has made them want to be good at everything? Oh well, she drank a chemical of divine power.
No, she's just the chosen one. Chosen one always can work, but even then, their chosen one needs flaws.
Yeah.
So, when it comes to Mimi's flaws, since you confirmed 9/11 happened in Mimi, is one of
Shut the fuck up.
Wait, is Mimi a 9/11 denier in this new world? Yes or no? I want to know.
I'm not gonna cover that. So, anyways,
is that spoilers?
No, I'm not gonna cover that. Anyways,
what year does this
as I was saying, so when you're creating a character, just make sure it's not Mary Sue, and make sure you're not trying to appeal to a wide audience. Appealing to a niche is much more interesting, right? So I'm going to give you
to be successful, I think.
Yeah. So for example, One Punch Man, right? I'm just throwing it out there. So One Punch Man, he takes enemies out in one punch. He has no weaknesses, right? But the reason why he's so interesting is because one, the world around him, there's like a bunch of like the world around him, and 2, just his overall personality. Like, he's grown so strong that he's bored, and the conflict in that show is just him dealing with his boredom. And there's also his other like just also his other quirks, right? Like
just his little thrifty bits where he's like, "I am poor. I haven't been getting paid for years. I've been living off of nothing."
Yeah, and he's also like
Miss Day.
He's also had like a huge interest in superheroes, and he wanted to be a hero. Mm-hmm. That's why that character works.
Now he's one of the best ones. He just doesn't care.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, anymore, because he's not found an opponent that could challenge him at all since he did his training.
And one bad example is fucking any self-published book on Amazon. An example of that would be, let me think, because these examples are not going to be
a Bad Mary Sue
immediate.
Rey in the Star Wars sequel trilogy.
That because she's
That's
so like,
she's just good at everything. It's one of the more popular ones.
They could have made her work because one, she was a scrapper, so she knew how ships work, so she knew how to fly that ship when they got off that planet. That works. That I can definitely see that works. But the rest of that is just like, okay, well, this is a story that I've seen a million times over. Not even in just Star Wars, but like anywhere else.
Mm-hmm. Big evil empire, blow up their shit. Good guys save the day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's plot devices that can work together and will work together if you have interesting stuff between, instead of just rehashing the original story, but woman this time.
Yeah, but
listen, I think it'd be far more interesting if they made Finn a Jedi, which I think is what their first, like, The Force Awakens alluded to. They wanted to do.
They just never did for some reason.
No,
I can tell you why.
China.
Yeah, China doesn't like black people apparently.
But okay, well,
Yeah.
getting
There's a good reason for about that.
getting a little off track. I will just say this: when it comes to making characters, make sure you have your world set. Make sure your character can be a part of that world. Don't have the world revolve around your character. Give your character a talent, 2 interests, and 2 flaws. And then you can work from there. Because making a good character off the bat is very, very hard to do. You're always going to have to do reworks. But there will be a point where you get to a few aha moments that you can put into a character. And you can look at your character and be proud of that. Like, for example, the whole alien thing with Tiffany, that was an aha moment. Previously, she was a boring as fuck character that was just a rip off of Naomi. As soon as I gave her the trait of, oh, she's very interested in aliens, in the extraterrestrial. Like, I have Simps in here that post nothing but fucking Tiffany 24/7 in the Tiffany fan chat in my Discord server.
Please tell Wallachia to go home.
What?
He comes into. Never mind. It's just a
Oh.
little joke.
Oh, okay. But yeah, it's very hard to give advice because sometimes I don't even know the full answer. My answer are an amalgamation of like 15 different answers I got from 22 different guys. You're just gonna have to figure it out yourself. People are gonna give you the pieces. You piece it together. As blunt as I'm saying it. But I believe that you can do it. All it takes is a little imagination and creativity.
Progressed awkward silence.
I don't know how to progress. I'm just gonna read the chat.
All right, yeah. Somebody said, question. I saw the bathroom stall has tons of little reference to memes and or streamers. Will there be more of those memes in the background?
Oh yeah, so the way I did that bathroom stall scene is that I made an image of that stall. I put it into Magma, and I had my server draw up some graffiti art on that. And that was fun. I want to do that again.
Oh, so it's like public sourced in a way.
Yeah.
It's kind of tight. I like that.
Yeah. Because of course the bathroom stall needed graffiti. I didn't want to draw it up myself, so I was like, you know what? Fuck it. You guys do it.
Sorry, I had to go take care of something real quick, so I had to step out for a second.
Yeah.
Go.
You hear
Stuff
that?
happens.
Oates is done with you.
No, I'm not done with you. No, I'm already back from doing the thing.
He's fed up.
It sounds like he's ready to close up this interview. Then he's
I
not
never
even.
once said that. You put
I
it
can't
towards my
believe
mouth.
it. I can't believe we're about to
Can't
close
believe
up this interview.
Ah, shame.
Sorry, Roach. Not the longest interview, but it looks like it's been fun.
Huh? What are you talking about? I never said anything.
Can't believe he's closing up the interview already.
Already.
I mean, if there's not any more questions,
Meister, I think, has some more. Maybe.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Oh,
behind you.
fuck, he's here.
He's behind me.
Right in.
There
Hi
we
Meister,
go.
how's it going?
He's behind me, isn't he? Oh no!
So Meister, we found out during the stream that 9/11 is actually canonical to Mimi.
Shut the fuck,
My bad. My bad.
man.
Man, evil stuff.
I mean, I'm also helping somebody figure out a Civil War snoot story, so yeah, things happen.
Oh,
Things have
wait,
to
why
happen
is the
as they happen.
okay? Yeah, there we go.
Roach, how do you find good people to work with when you're making these things? Because you're acting as a manager, like a leader for making Mimi too, as well as being the, of course, original creator for it.
I mean, it's not like I can just pull these people out of my fucking pocket.
Yeah, but
it's
how do you
definitely.
vet them, I guess I should say.
How do I what?
How do you vet them? Make sure that they're not going to be poisoned for the project.
It's hard to say. Like, me being an introvert that I am, when starting out, I just post out, hey, I would like to have some writers work with me. DM me with some work that you've done previously, and we can talk from there. I did have a few people that just showed up and did not work at all. Like they didn't put in a lot of effort, and that's what's gonna happen. I didn't have anybody that was like actively poisoning the game, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Just people who weren't willing to give it honest effort.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, in itself, I think I would classify as being poison.
I mean, it's draining for sure, but yeah, if you would classify that as poisoning, then sure. I just haven't had anybody sabotage it. Nothing stopped trying to stop me from doing certain things. Just slowed me down, really.
Yeah, you've just had people who have been malingering. They're not actively malicious.
Yeah.
There comes a point, though, where there's no difference between being, by not being malicious and just being incompetent and actively being malicious. There comes a point where there's no difference.
Yeah, yeah. There's definitely that. Like sometimes you get people that like tote around like, oh, I'm working on this, when really you just like edited maybe the first 3 paragraphs. Like, and then at that point, I'm just gonna have to kick you off. There was a point where it's like, hey, I mean, at the start, it was like, hey, as long as you put in some effort, you will get credit.
But then people just try to get a credit on something, and it's like, oh, this is claimed, actually.
Yeah, now it's gotten to the point where I'm just gonna have to not give credit for people that don't put in the effort. And I'm a little bit of a pushover when it comes to that, but
there comes a point where you touched 5 words.
Yeah, like I've asked you to do something, and I specifically gave you a point to work on. And you come around and just say, "Hey, what do I do? What do I do?" I told you what you should do. What more information do you need? Oh, I just need one thing from you. Okay, well, here's that. Go do it. They don't do it. It's like, dude, where's my fucking 1 point? It's like, oh,
where's this goddamn encounter at that you've had 3 months to work on this?
This is like, I had to, and then they just like throw together something that's just like,
it's slop.
It's so sloppy, and I'm reading it like, why would this person say it like that? And then I just had to rewrite everything.
What is this? A first draft?
It was a
rough draft.
It was a rough draft, but
presented to you as a final draft.
It was a rough draft, but it was at the point of the story where it's like everything in the story was pre-established, like the characteristics of certain characters and the personalities, right? So it's like, yeah, it's a rough draft, sure, but like you've written these characters so differently from how I portray them, and then I rewrite as like, oh yeah, this is better. Sorry, I didn't get the time to perfect everything. Like, perfect. It's frustrating. Sometimes I need to like.
You just need to take a step back every now and then, breathe a little bit,
learn how to put my foot down without having to cause controversy. Because you hear controversy like that all the time. Like, oh, my boss kicked me out because I didn't do this one thing.
It's because you weren't doing anything.
Guy.
It's the whole there's two sides to every argument, right? Which side is right, which side is more right. And if they weren't doing the job that they said they were going to do and you asked them to do, then
they should be removed.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and sorry to kind of butt in here. I just want to ask a question.
Yeah.
I take it that from everything you've been talking about and from just the nature of this as a fan project of a fan project of a fan project, that this is all passion work. This is all volunteer work.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
It is volunteer work, but I just want.
You want something of quality, and you want it to be done in a reasonable amount of time, so you can actually work on your part.
The thing is, I don't care if you put in like a minimal amount of work. That's not the real problem. The real problem is that you strut around like, hey, I'm a part of the team, and I'm gonna do so much work. Like, you talk a lot of talk, and then you just don't do much. That's what really bugs me.
They take more credit than they've earned.
Exactly. That's what really knocks my cock off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Any other time where it's like, hey, I know I joined, but life is actively prevented me from writing one word. I have no ill will with the innocent person. I don't care. I don't have anything against anybody that just does a minimal amount of work, because I understand, hey, this is a free project. This is
this is a free project that's making no monetary value, and people have lives. And people have told me, hey, I need to step away from the project so early. And I'm like, yeah, do no worries. If you want to come back and do some more work, you're free to hit me up. It's when you take pride into doing nothing that irks me.
Yeah, people come in. I was on Mimi, you know. What, you wrote the?
And some of these, almost there. And
Wow, congratulations. You wrote the lunch lady dialogue. Really riveting stuff there.
Hey, the lunch lady dialogue is my favorite part of the entire mod. All right. I know Roach is a controversial figure, given what he said about 9/11 and Mimi, but the lunch lady dialogue, I stand by it the entire time. Okay.
Fuck's sake.
We did confirm that Diego's only in the game for BHC as well. So
Man, cut the mic. I'm out of here. This interview's over. I don't want this. Get this mic off of me.
This is the problem of bringing Smooth into these conversations, is he just makes everything sexual. I mean, in mine, he did not let the conversation stray from pickles for the first 30 minutes of mine.
Oh, fuck off. You do the same thing. You real gaffy ass bitch.
Listen, I don't know what you're trying to insinuate. If you think I would ask people questions that were disingenuous or had an ulterior motive, such as entertainment value, then I don't know if we can maintain our relationship and continue discussing things in a civil way, okay? I don't... Wait, did he leave?
Yeah, he left.
Well,
I hope he didn't. I hope he didn't think I was being serious.
He just fucking evaporated, dog. He just fucking died.
What did you do?
Sorry, I got a little angry there. I hit that focus level 12 and I tapped into the astral plane and I removed him.
He just couldn't handle the aura.
I tossed him into an alternate timeline. He's okay. He's just not here.
I hope he's okay.
I think his internet crashed.
See what happens to my haters, my snoot rivals, Roach. I trust you won't disappoint me with the lunch lady, okay?
He'll evaporate you.
You will be nothing but cinders. You ever seen the distortion rifle in The Mandalorian?
Oh, yeah.
His eyes do that.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
His eyes do that.
Yeah,
so
and by the way, it's not actually a quick death. The instant that you get hit, it's like, you feel that for eternity, basically. Slowly disintegrating, even though it happens in an instant.
Oh, one of those horrifying sci-fi concepts, right?
Yeah.
Nah, you hear them screaming as they're being turned to ash.
So, Meister, you had a good serious question because I think everybody else
is
too immature.
Yeah.
What was that question?
Uh-oh.
Huh?
Or were you finished?
Oh, no, I mean, that was really my question was, I mean, the only question I've asked so far was the volunteer thing. Everything else I've said has been
You asked another one earlier in chat. Don't you dare lie to us. Meister's other important question was, what's your favorite type of soup?
Oh, yes. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, that one. Yeah, the question asking in chat, yes. So, if you don't mind straying from the topic of Hold On to Me, which, if you want to keep talking about that, we're more than happy
to. It's already strayed way too far. Go ahead.
Listen, we like shitposting right here. Okay?
Hey. The intent of this interview is to focus on you, and if there are things that you want to talk about, I want to make sure that we're getting at those. I'm sorry, I didn't watch the first 2.5 hours of this, and I may be day drinking, but,
okay.
Yes. Do you have a favorite type of soup, and if so, what is it and why?
I mean, tomato soup is all I've ever eaten.
That's it?
You exclusively subsist on tomato soup.
Not any other soup in mind. No.
Why?
It sounds like the lunch lady needs to give you some variety.
Yeah.
Do you
I mean,
get your grilled cheese sandwich into your tomato soup?
I get my grilled cheese from Panera just for the bread. And that's that. I guess that's it. I don't eat a lot of soup.
But it's called Panera bread.
Interesting.
Bread.
I just say Panera. I shorten the length, you fucking tard.
Yeah, that's not nice. Quit trying to get a rise out of him.
So if you only if as a food group you only eat tomato soup, right as a soup, are you just not a fan of things like I'm just gonna go with some broadly liked favorites, right? So like beef stew or chicken noodle soup or borscht or any kind of Asian stew. I apologize for not knowing specific names, pho and that kind of stuff, right? You're just not a fan of other kinds of stews or soups, or
I mean, I can go for the stew that they serve in like hibachi grills.
oh yeah, miso.
Miso soup. Yeah, I'll go for miso.
Nice and light, a good appetizer.
Gotcha. Yeah, so you're just not a you just don't have a strong affinity towards having your
liquid meals.
Yeah. Right, yeah, having your meal be something that is suspended in a broth.
I'm a chewer. You can call me chewy. My chewers are the. What up, my fellow chewers? I love chewing food.
We call it masticating.
Yeah.
No, masticating something else.
Yeah.
I'm gonna masticate in your fucking drawers, bro.
You mean macerate? I think you mean chewing things.
I'm gonna kill you.
Nobody erupts in the middle of
I
mastication.
really hope
Okay, so hold on. No, Oats, you're being fucking stupid. Masticating is chewing.
Yeah.
No, that's macerating.
No, macerating is putting something in food.
Yeah, go on.
I call it chewing.
Hold on, I gotta tell Oats is wrong. Masticating
Sorry,
is chewing.
you're
Macerating is
being
making soft by liquid seepage.
Being fact checked, Oats.
Yes.
You're wrong.
What the hell's happening?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Alright,
So
cool, you're fine.
Yes,
There's no
so
reason
mastic-
no. Put that down. Put the gun down. Don't correct me. I looked it up. I was wrong. It's fine.
I think you guys are just autistic.
Yes.
No, I'll have you know.
Have you seen the tier list?
Have you seen the tier
I'll
list?
have you know,
that you're
I
gonna be
ranked-
added to, by the way.
I'll have you know I ranked normal on the
tier
tier
list?
list.
Oh yeah,
Go
if
to
you ever
rankings
put
and
Roach
such
on
and go to
tier
the
list.
top. Go to the pinned.
Yo, Farian, normies, am I right?
Wait,
Us fellow normies. Us normies. We're normies on the tier
Everybody I've
list.
had
too.
on is getting ranked.
Yeah.
You will be ranked after this. It's pinned in the rankings.
You will be placed.
You will be placed.
I will.
This is a threat.
What place?
Go to the rankings and go to the pinned
Now you
comment.
might need to link it.
Pinned comment.
Here, I'll just forward it down here. How about that?
Yeah, just do that. It's retarded right
Okay, wait. It's not.
There we go. I forwarded it down.
Okay,
It's in
okay.
the voice chat here.
Okay, so it doesn't acknowledge women as a concept. Knows everything about trains. What is eye contact? Special interest. I'm probably. You have Starman on here.
Yeah, as Starman.
The exclusive.
Okay. You have interesting bedfellow. You have hello, I'm a normal man. Touch with the Tizen. Normie. So where am I ranked?
We haven't ranked you
don't
yet.
worry about it.
Do you want to make a case of where you should be ranked?
Probably touch with the Tizen.
Just touch.
I'm just touched.
You just touched?
I've been touched all
You're a
over.
little
You're
more
a little
than
higher
that.
up that list.
You are making a fan game
I think you
for
might have a
your
special interest.
scaly visual novel.
You may have a special interest in the very least.
Yeah.
A special interest. At the probably.
Yeah, I think you're
Now
of
he's thinking
special
about it.
interest. You're not too far gone. You could exist in regular social
You think
interactions. I think you are of special interest.
Yes. You are able to mask properly and exist in polite society, but when you don't need to have that mask up, hoo boy.
I don't talk to people outside of work and Discord generally. I just kind of go out and I'm silent and do my own thing. That's why I rank in the third slot. People can't really tell, but that's because I don't talk to them.
I talked to the nice lady at the breakfast bar and she fills up my coffee.
Real.
Came back.
Sierra, I'm so sorry things got heated and verbally abusive because of everybody else's ineptitude but mine. But everybody else has unanimously decided I was correct, and we've returned to normalcy.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened there. No, I crashed like laptop hard crash, go restart with Roach just saying one thing over and over again.
Sierra crashed out is what
He
I'm
did that
hearing.
in real life.
He's
Oh,
crashing
wow.
out.
Yeah.
He's crashing out.
You crashed out hard, and that caused you to crash.
Like, shit got too real for laptop and went, no.
He just went on a fucking spiral that I didn't even bother trying to piece together, and then he just left.
Yeah, no, you just got incinerated by Farian's
Sorry.
superior intellect.
Okay, all right. I might have lied to you guys. Maybe I'm a little bit above normie. I'm sorry for.
Oh, just a little bit?
No, just a little bit. Just a little
the
bit.
guy who
Not
can
much.
identify a handgun model by the sound it makes when you rack the slide.
That is not. No, that would be SWAT cats.
No,
feel like- I feel that's kind of receiver's territory too.
I don't think that's receiver's territory, to be frank.
That's receiver's territory very, very deep.
I don't think that's him.
No, fair enough.
So, Roach, another question for you.
Yeah.
And I do not mean to call you out for this, depending on how your answer to this goes, but do you make a lot of your own food? Do you mostly like have other people make your own food, as in like buy it, or do you live with someone? Or I'm just always curious to talk to people about food.
I mean, I mostly just get takeout
Gotcha.
most of the time. Sometimes I'll make myself like a fucking grilled cheese or ravioli or something quick. I'm not a big fan of cooking.
Gotcha. Not a big
No,
fan
yeah.
of cooking, but do you, oh, sorry, go on.
I've been bullied by my friends to cook. I just don't want to.
It is a time commitment, and I completely understand people who don't like doing it simply because if you cook a lot of your own food, it takes a lot of time. But is there something that a certain type of food or a certain meal that you do enjoy cooking, that you like making for yourself, and that you would maybe almost say, go so far as to say you prefer to make for yourself as opposed to getting it out? Maybe not that strong.
I don't think so, no. Anytime I would want a big meal, I always just go out to take out, or I still live with my family, so no, there's someone that's always cooking.
Gotcha.
And I'll just eat from them.
Nothing wrong with that.
Oh yeah, no, not at all.
Live with your family as long as you find reasonable. The economy is in shambles, frankly.
I will second that one.
Yeah, call me a basement dweller all you want. I'm not paying for a fucking apartment with these prices.
I
It's
do
a
not
nice
disagree
base
with that at all.
Especially,
Okay.
especially when I'm a fucking college student. I'm not going through this whole process.
Well,
Been there, done that.
as long as you have a good relationship with your family and you're able to be there and it works out well, yeah.
Yeah, no, I love my family. It's
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
Like
That's awesome.
aside from like maybe one or two nitpicks, like I don't mind staying here until I can find a stable job that pays for a house.
Yeah.
Like I did.
I very much remember in college whenever I was like away from my family and I was dirt fucking poor because college.
Yeah.
My depression meals were spoonfuls of peanut butter.
For real.
Fuck yeah.
That was completely real.
But yeah, even my sister, who is married, she lives with her husband in our basement because our house is big enough for them to live like a normal household, just
Damn.
downstairs.
Texas puppet.
Yeah, that was Mojave.
Oh, okay.
I noticed that he had one, so I figured I'd drag it in.
Gotcha.
Now this motherfucker right here.
Uh-oh.
Hmm?
What issue?
Is that Jack Bassett fucking into this motherfucker?
Jack. Oh yeah,
Why?
Jack.
Hello, I'm Jack Bass.
Hello.
Me too.
I'm doing terrible now that you're here. What's going on?
The tension is
You don't like
palpable.
Jack Pass?
He threw in the finals that one time.
Yeah, I
Serious ass.
was there for that, and You know, I was the hero that you didn't need, but you definitely deserved.
Is it not the other way around, buddy?
Maybe so.
Bro.
But I did want to ask a question. Do you have
Yes.
any plans to put Baby Mozart into Hold On to Me at some
Oh! God!
for the dread of future streamers everywhere?
It's the anti-piracy measure. It plays Baby Mozart.
If I can figure out an anti-piracy... I mean, it's not anti-piracy because it's free, but that would be funny as fuck just to add Baby Mozart to a pirated copy of a game. Dude. There was one time when I think Humanoto was playing my game.
Yeah.
Baby Mozart got mentioned. He brought up the video. His stream got canned for like a solid 2 minutes.
I remember being there for that.
So I ended up in the library for doing that. I was the one that suggested it, and then I quickly said, "My bad, guys. Sorry to destroy your careers in a day or so. I do apologize for that."
It was
So the thing
Yeah.
with OBS, how it works is the VOD doesn't have the interruption at all. So you can hear them talking about it. So if you went back and listened to it, you can hear them talk about, man, this shit's fucked up. Man, this sucks. God damn it. Because the VOD actually does like a local recording, then sends it off at the end, as opposed to what the live stream is, where it's just like whatever is actively right now is. So the VOD saved all of the confusion that happened when the stream died.
Weird.
Yeah. Which, I mean, if you're one person, it's not going to be like a huge interruption. People are like, stream dead, and it'll come back on, and then the person playing isn't going to have like a huge interruption in what they're doing, hopefully. Or if it's like this, it's like the whole major deal. My stream could just die, and I have to split it into two like I did for Smooth Rock.
Mm-hmm.
The similar type of deal, I guess.
That was funny, though. I remember being at work, and I saw him streaming that.
Yeah.
And I opened up my phone. He was like, he opened up the video, and then it fucking cut to this stream is not available, and out loud in the middle of the school, in the middle of the store, I just screamed out, "No fucking way!"
Yeah, I came in and said, "Hey, Roach, I might have did a whoopsie."
No, yeah, you told me that.
I came in and said, "Roach, I showed him the Baby Mozart, and an explosion. Bad things happened, and I do apologize for this mess." But
oh man,
I love the chain of events because it all started with you popping in while Himo was playing the funny FNAF porn game.
Oh,
you're streaming that while he's just locking into that, and then a couple days later, Jack brings it up on stream. He plays it, and the stream gets fucking nuked.
Oh, crazy shit!
Oh man,
crazy things indeed.
You know, I never actually went by and listened to Baby Mozart.
It was back when I was very little. I had a tape of it just playing constantly, so it was something It's just in the back of my head.
Oh, I had other like sleep songs, but it was all Bible songs, Bible bedtime stories. It was a CD.
Yeah, it's just always been in the back of my mind, but I never knew what to call it. And then Roach said, "Oh, it's Baby Mozart," and I was like, "Oh my god, this is the thing I saw when I was little. That's crazy."
Nice. The reconnecting with the past is such a strange occurrence.
Exactly.
I don't know why sensory videos got copyright stricken though. The funniest thing.
So weird. Probably just an automatic filter.
Probably.
Yeah. So, Roach, I don't know if this question has already been asked before, and if it has, we can just skip it, but has anybody asked the question of why you decided to do Hold On To Me? What inspired you to want to make a whole separate fan game?
I mean, that's been asked a lot, but it was a kind of the down the spiral thing where I made a funny skit because I liked playing Wani so much. And then people end up asking, "Who is that guy? Who is that guy? Is that a new Caveman on character?" It's like, no, that's just a character that's a character that I made up because I didn't know how to draw dinosaurs. What's his name? Nua. I get new account, I guess. What's his dino girlfriend?
Still
Yeah, it's just
genius.
Yeah, it's just okay. What's his dino girlfriend? I don't fucking know. Make one. Okay. Tyrannus, not Triceratops, yellow. Her name's Madison, I guess. And then Bond came around with fan art and then helped me make the rest of Madison, and kind of tumbled from there.
So when you say it was kind of just like again, where it kind of started off as like a off the cuff, shitpost joke almost. Was that was that a piece of art? Was it a comic? Was it like a writing one shot? Like what was it?
I'll show you exactly what started everything.
Yeah.
It's around here somewhere. Let me look.
You can just put in like the chat channel for the recording room.
Yeah, I can grab
Yeah,
it easily.
but I posted on Reddit, and people are like, "What? Who is that?" And yeah. Okay, here's the second one I made, and then here's the first one.
Okay, so these are full-on animations.
Yeah.
Let me put the animation onto the stream.
Oh, here's the actual start to everything.
Oh!
This is an outrage! I'm infected!
That's the first appearance of Nila.
Oh, so this was you, the fucking queen with the yacht. Oh god. Okay. It's all coming full circle now.
And then I made one more before actually making Nua's girlfriend.
I hope the stream could hear the audio of that when I pulled it out and put it on, because I cannot hear that. The Gyat that I did before, the waves were going for it.
I gotta take a look for myself here. What you will would be dope. Not bad, Daddy. Alright.
My bad, certified gangster.
I've received absolutely horrendous news that receiver won't make it to the stream today. So that being said, I do have a question to ask on his behalf. So what happened to Ciro's Tims, and can they make a return?
A lot of people in the other server are asking that very question.
Listen, as somebody who wears Tims, I felt a degree of inclusion, and I felt seen
I felt agreed.
in a way that I'd never been seen before, and I really just want Ciro to have her Tims back. So can you discuss why this design change took place and if they'll be coming back?
All right, for clarification purposes, we're saying Tims as in Timberlands, not anything else.
I mean, if you could say her name right, then yeah.
Chiro. Give Chiro her Timberlands back.
Chiro.
No.
Give the Chiro the Tims. She needs to be drippy.
Why were they taken away?
Why?
I want to know.
Don't say drippy.
We
Don't
don't
say
know
drippy.
where this whole I don't think I've ever given her Tims.
Oh my god.
The big ass
pull up the
boots.
video.
They're not Tims. They're sneakers.
She probably
High
clips some
tops?
Tims.
Yeah, she's probably still some
Yeah,
Tims.
Those are
they're tie tops.
Close to a boot, but not quite.
No, those are just high tops.
Yeah, why isn't the challenge just high tops? Those
Yeah,
aren't
but a
the
high
little
tops.
shoes. Those aren't the shoes
Yeah, but
that
a
Ciro's wearing.
Okay. Oh, right, yeah, those, yeah.
Let me pull up the stripe. Because I haven't changed it
My
at all.
archaic use of the drip shoes.
Drippy shoes.
Bring in the drip shoes.
I mean, we do have another question from the chat, just to make things interesting. when is Nua going to hold on to Maddie's bicep and say, hold on to meat?
He went there.
That's a hard-hitting question.
Question.
Hold on to meat.
To me, Jesus Christ. I guess midway. I guess
Halfway through the story, definitely
Maybe.
the E3 route. I'd say.
the E3 route.
Yeah, they definitely have a relationship together afterwards.
I mean,
the Wayne's
E2.
World super duper happy ending, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a fucking green text I thought I saw sometime where someone like made an E2 for this game already, and it's just depressing as fuck. Like there's nothing good about it. Just let me rephrase the phrase that it ended up with like Maddie walking around with bruises all the time, and she said, "Oh, I just fell down. Oh, I just like ran into a wall all the time." And the insinuation was that just Nua was just uncontrollably hitting her
I don't
when they
like
lived together.
I don't like that. Stop it.
And that's for ending
Oh, I don't like that at all.
Yeah, it was like someone's green
I
text
mean,
for like a supposed E2. Yes.
Sorry. Let me clarify. I love that as a concept. I fucking hate that.
Yeah. Like it has great storytelling elements, but goddamn, does that just go dark?
Mm-hmm. That does hurt.
On a slightly more comedic note, I remember a long time ago, before I knew anything about any of the fan games other than their names, I came up with like porn titles for all of them, and for yours, it was "You Came Inside of Me."
Bro.
God, motherfucking damn.
By the way, I'm working on the lunch lady fic with Smooth Rock.
Collaboration already happening.
Got that money. I got the money deposit. It's gonna be like a 7 to 10K word fic.
I'm just writing all the setup and all the autistic like lore and world building. He's got the smut scenes. I'm setting him up well though. Don't worry.
I see this.
I need my anti-smut fic first though.
No.
Can I get in on this and write about what kind of food she's serving?
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah,
Meister handles the culinary aspects of it. I'll do the world building and the backstory for the lunch lady. Smooth Rock, you slam the fucking smut scene.
Yeah, and then like for some reason Maestro's gonna write the feeding scene. I don't know why.
Hey, Meister, if they were going to use like a culinary cooking oil, what would be the safest for internal use? This is relevant to what?
Grapeseed.
I don't like how quick you knew that.
Yeah. The answer is canola, basically.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are.
Chatter,
I played the fifth. I'm muting.
Chatter, we cooked.
I think we're cooked.
We're fucking cooked, my dude.
Yes.
We're getting asked, Roach, is Maddie's cooking skill going to be a major part of the story, and how will you write it if they don't cook?
Oh God.
You don't cook.
I have a friend that knows about cooking. So, definitely gonna play a major role because
she's gonna make food that the guy actually likes.
I guess either that or he's just gonna have to tolerate something that she's gonna cook, something like that.
Man, he just
straight up
hates tomatoes.
Just raw.
He hates tomatoes. And as an herbivore, she can only eat vegetables.
Well,
okay, so that.
I do kind of like how that differentiates between Snoot Game, because in Snoot Game is like, oh, they have like cooked foods like a Philly sandwich or like egg tart, things like that. And then in Hold On to Me, it's like, here's just a straight up fucking flank of beef. It's still got blood on it.
That's the flavor.
Yeah.
Well, and there's also sauces that are just like, it smells like blood. Because it's straight up just animal blood.
Yeah, I mean, I assume on the West Coast there's more of a mix between humans and saurians, so like they would cater to being able to have humans at the school.
Yeah.
It doesn't say Anon was the first ever, it just says he's the only one this year. Right?
Like over there, they would cook. They would cook, and there's some dinosaurs that has a taste for cooked meats.
Yeah,
but
as well, like Carl Dusky works there, so they already have a human there, so it makes sense they'd have somebody
Yeah.
that could accommodate him.
Well, and as an omnivore, as long as you don't have something that's so underprepared that it's unsafe for them to consume, you're going to be more advantageous as an omnivore because you can eat just about anything else versus a strict carnivore or a strict herbivore.
Mm-hmm.
Not to get too autistic.
I'll tell you how strict the herbivores are. They can eat bugs.
Yeah. Well, right, and I guess
in their
that's
natural grazing. They would eat bugs, you know.
yeah. And right in Snoot Game, I feel like you can take a little bit of leeway with that, and like, okay, yeah, maybe they're not strict. It would just like it wouldn't set right in their stomach. They can't digest it properly. So like, if you eat a little bit, you're not gonna die.
It'll pass through.
Yeah.
In the same shape it went in.
Yeah, but like if Trish were to Mimi, keep it relevant to the topic, were just to tear into a side of raw beef, that wouldn't end well.
That sounds loaded.
I feel like that'd be kind of stinky.
I mean, tearing into your boyfriend's side of beef sounds kind of charged.
Hey,
Man.
can I ask you to please ask permission before you twist my words like that? You piece of shit.
No.
No.
What are you, stupid?
I don't think you may.
Yeah.
Is he stupid?
This is what I love doing. I love harassing people. Okay, I'm not going to stop. This is my passion.
And just so everyone knows, me and Roach have a lovingly hateful relationship. That's why this continuously happens.
Yeah, I fucking hate you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you have the worst day of your life, so you can call me and I ignore your call.
Okay. I sincerely hope that you have a great day.
Oh my gosh.
I hope that Mimi overcomes her 9/11 denialism.
I hope you get into like
As a
a really happy
character.
relationship, have a child, and that child gets seriously ill.
I have a wife. We're not having kids, so I'll take the best of that.
I hope whatever happens to you is emotionally scarring.
I don't know if I want to do that anymore.
I'm going to touch you.
I mean, that's fine. I'd rather take the physical comfort over whatever the fuck's going on right now.
My God. Bro, I'm hungry. I can't even fucking think.
Have you considered having some tomato soup?
You can't.
I think we may be at a spot where we can stop happily.
Oh, I got one last question for the group. Is chili a soup?
No.
Fuck no. It's a stew.
Chili is a stew.
Chili is
puree.
It's a food.
All right.
Wow.
It just went on stream, but we found the original depiction of Chiro as provided by Receiver K. We were wondering when you were going to record this.
Oh my
god! What's with the golden teeth? What's with the golden ass? Oh my god!
Those are her teeth. She doesn't brush her
realize that
teeth.
she was.
What are you talking about? What am I not seeing?
It's on stream now.
It's on stream. It's on stream.
Someone post it in chat. Someone post it.
Oh, that fucking stupid ass.
Oh my god.
Now I know what you're talking about.
This one, yeah. This is what Chiro looks like. This was the OG design.
Is that the Carhartt jacket? Oh my god.
Yeah, it is.
That is a Carhartt, baby.
Meister knows this because he's a Carhartt like poser.
I literally have one right behind me. I wear it to work every day.
I own 0 Carhartt.
I despise you.
I know.
Chiro, but if she was American, holy shit.
I think I hear people's tummies rumbling a little bit. Is that correct?
That is
Roach,
correct.
did you have breakfast this morning?
No.
Aw, dude, come on.
How would you feel if you did?
I don't have breakfast. I only have yeah.
Did you even eat lunch?
No.
Or did you skip lunch for us? I see. All right. Well, before I force you out of this place for now, is there anybody that you'd like to see here in the future?
What do you mean?
Well, A, was this a pleasant experience? And B, is there
No.
somebody you'd recommend that I grab later
For an interview.
for interview?
For an interview, yeah, grab
who do you think
Bond.
you should interview next.
We're touching Bond.
Grab Best A, grab him.
I mean, that was already in the plan as soon as he's not so swamped.
Who,
Yeah.
Bond's
Yeah.
a name, James' name.
Yeah.
Are you having a stroke, Meister?
I'm stroking it right now.
Oh, a Bonds-ivalence.
Is it?
I'm gonna head out. I thank you for this opportunity to hop in here. You guys have been great. I'll catch you guys later.
Love you, Roach.
Yep.
Thanks,
Take care,
Roach.
Roach.
Nice seeing you, Roach.
No, don't leave yet. No.
Alright, somebody screencapped that from the stream where he had I sat him into special interest.
There we go. Right next to
All right.
Monk.
Are we live?
Appreciate it.
Or are we done?
We're still live for a second.
I need to know what I can say. Oh.
Oh, he's
I was
on.
about to
Left.
sign it off.
All right, so boiled peanuts and black coffee. What do you think about that?
Yes.
I'm gonna try it.
Yes. Fuck it.
I will double
Recently,
check.
I had the Coke and peanuts recently.
I haven't tried that yet.
Interesting.
That is a surprise. I wasn't expecting that.
Has to be the Mexican Coke.
Those East Coast freaks, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
sign
mean,
it
what
off.
do you mean
and
by
say, see you, Space Cowboy.
All right.
Bye-bye.